Juanjo. ¿Tope?
Hello, Barça fans. How are we? Who's ready for El Clásico? I know. We're all a little bit disappointed, sad, maybe even angry after what happened on Wednesday. But it's time to turn the page, guys. It's El Clásico. There's no time to dwell on what happened. We're going to head straight over to the Santiago Bernabéu, where we have our colleague Bruno Ballester. Bruno, we already know the lineup. Let us know your thoughts.
Yes, hello and good afternoon. We have Barça's lineup for El Clásico. We are 58 minutes ahead of this kickoff of this crunch game between Real Madrid and Barça. And some news in the starting lineup. Let's start with the one selected for Xavi Hernández, with no surprises in goal, of course, Marc-André ter Stegen. In defense, back four with Sergi Roberto. Jules Koundé, who is back in the starting lineup after the injury in the international break with France. He will pair in defense with Eric Garcia, and in the left back today, Alejandro Valdealba and Marcos Alonso starting from the bench. In midfield, Sergio Busquets, Frenkie de Jong back in the lineup instead of Gavi, who starts in the bench, and Pedri, and up front, Rafinha, Dembélé, Lewandowski. No surprises at all in that forward line. Sunny day in the Santiago Bernabéu, a fantastic atmosphere here in the city of Madrid to enjoy this, the biggest game, we will say, of football world, Robert. And we want to know now the opinions of all people at home. Rate the lineup, start rating the lineup from 0 to 10, giving your thoughts also on the live chat. We will read you, of course, during the whole show. Robert, now time to ask you at the same time, rate the lineup for you and your thoughts about Barca's lineup.
Yes, Bruno, I'm going to go a good, 8 out of 10. Because we have some injuries, of course. We still have Araujo out, unfortunately. We have Christensen out as well. I love that Jules Koundé is back in the lineup. So, for me, an 8 out of 10. I like the defensive line. I like the fact that Koundé's back. I like that Frenkie de Jong is starting. He's earned his opportunity coming back after that injury. Lots of people wanted Frenkie de Jong in midfield as well. He comes in the place of Gavi. We'll have to see if Gavi plays in the second half. I assume he will. And another opportunity for the front line with Rafinha, with Lewandowski and Dembélé. So I'm going to go a good 8 out of 10 for this lineup. Let's see, Bruno, if the live chat agrees.
Let's see. We have here Payne G saying 9 out of 10, not bad. ASD saying 11. Well, we love it. We love it. More than 10 points here. 11 out of 10 here for ASD. Arsit saying 9. If Kessié instead of Sergio, he would prefer to see Kessié in the lineup today. Let's see, because he's also, of course, in the bench, and another option to enter in the second half, like Gavi. Standoff player saying also 9 out of 10. Let's see more comments here on the live chat. Forza Barça, many people, of course, supporting the Blaugranas today. Forza Barça, of course. More people here with Saif Abu Al-Wafa saying 9 out of 10. He also would like to see Gavi in the lineup. Yeah, there are opinions for everyone. It's not easy to pick a lineup this year for Xavi with all the fantastic players that he has, and this is a long squad list. So yeah, more opinions. Continue rating the lineup here in the live chat, and of course we will read you. Yes, it's not Gavi today in the starting lineup, but yes, it's Frankie de Jong. The other day against Inter was one of the important players to try and come back. It was important also all his minutes in midfield. Jules Koundé is back, also on the live chat. Send us your support to Jules Koundé. He's back, he has to be important, of course. And yeah, Koundé today also in the starting lineup. It's going to be, of course, a crucial player to defend Vini Jr., Benzema and Valverde. Not easy at all for all these forwards of Real Madrid. Robert, I have a question now also for you and also for the live chat. Feeling optimistic for today's game? It's true that the other day against Inter was not the result that we were expecting, but this is El Clásico. Last year we won here 4-0. Optimistic today about the game?
Optimistic, Bruno, about a Clásico because it's a game in which it doesn't really matter what's happened before. We heard Xavi yesterday say it, we've heard Ancelotti say it as well. It's a game in which the players don't need any extra motivation. They just come in, they're all focused on this big rivalry. Of course, the circumstances this year as well show us that both teams are tied at the top of the table. There's a lot at stake. We can go 3 points ahead of Real Madrid, gain a little bit of advantage there. So yeah, I mean, in terms of motivation of the players, I have no concerns whatsoever. So yeah, I'm optimistic. We have a good record at the Santiago Bernabéu. Xavi's done well there as well, both as player and as coach. So yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to be optimistic. I know what's happened during the week. I know. I mean, we're not going to not talk about it. We will talk about it throughout this show. But I think this is a completely different story, Bruno.
I love how I'm seeing the live chat with many Blaugrana hearts, red and blue hearts. So let's fill the live chat there with all the hearts, Blaugrana, red and blue, because yeah, some of the fans have started this initiative and people are following them. So yeah, let's encourage all of you to fill the live chat with blue and red hearts. We love Barça, and today it's of course a good opportunity for the team to be back and show again a good performance. And why not, if they win, to stay top of the league as the only team right now, equal a number of points for Barça and Real Madrid. So yeah, all live chat with red and blue hearts. Also lots of 10s in the lineup, also with the emoji of 100. We love it to see it. And now it's time to, well, hear some reactions, because there was the media day this week after the draw against Inter in the Champions League, focusing on El Clásico. And one of the protagonists of that the media day was Eric Garcia. We asked him about how the 4-0 from last season can affect to this year's El Clásico, if can help to the Blaugranas. This was Eric Answers.
Pot servir de visualitzar el joc que hem de fer. Òbviament, el resultat és complicat que es repeteixi, tant de bo pugui ser així, però tenint la victòria ja n'és molt, ja seria el perfecte per nosaltres. Però òbviament el que he dit, mirar-ho molt amb la personalitat que vam afrontar el partit, de la situació que veníem l'any passat i com vam jugar, crec que és la manera que hem de seguir.
Well, Real Madrid arriving in form, of course, to this Clásico. Same number of points like Barça, all wins, just one draw here, actually, at the Santiago Bernabéu against Osasuna. And today's lineup for Carlo Ancelotti is the one that we're going to see now on your images, with Lunin in goal, not Courtois, not recovered yet after his injury, Thibaut Courtois. So today, Lunin, goalkeeper from Ukraine, will be the one starting. Back four with Carvajal, Militao, Alaba, and Mendy in the back four. These are the defense for Real Madrid today. Midfield with Tchouaméni, Kroos and Modric, and up front Vini Jr., Karim Benzema and Fede Valverde. Not Rodrigo in this lineup. He was really in form, but Ancelotti prefers to start with Fede Valverde. He always does more or less this in the big games, sitting Rodrigo and using him as a new energy for second half, and starting with Fede Valverde, like more profile and conservative squad and lineup, because of course he can be up front in a 4-3-3 and also defending in a 4-4-2 at the back. Robert, your thoughts also on Madrid's lineup?
Yeah, absolutely no surprises. It's the one that everyone had been predicting, Bruno. Obviously, the big absence of Courtois, the keeper who conceded the fewest goals last season. So that's an important absence for Real Madrid. We'll see if Barca can take advantage of that. try and test Lunin as much as possible. I think it's his first big game, his first Clásico, so we need to try and take advantage of that. Seeing Modric and Kroos in there is no surprise, obviously, but it's one more year in which we've got Modric and Kroos starting against Barça, and it feels like it's been forever. And yeah, maybe the only question mark was either Fede Valverde or Rodrigo, but we do know that Ancelotti tends to go with Fede Valverde when it's a big game. He likes the extra muscle in midfield, and he's very, very dangerous in transitions, so we'll have to keep an eye on him. Obviously on Vinicius, who's started out the season very well, and Karim Benzema, who's performed well against Barça in the recent past. So all eyes on that attacking line with Valverde, Benzema and Vinicius, and we'll see how we deal with it with the return of Koundé, for example.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, Fede Valverde probably not as attacking player as Rodrigo, but he has started really well this season, also scoring important goals for Real Madrid. And of course, there's not anymore Casemiro. He moved to Man United in the summer transfer market, but Tchouaméni was a signing for Real Madrid, performing also really, really well in these first weeks of the competition. Now it's time to hear from Rafinha, also in the media day, asked about the change of dynamic, how to turn page after what happened against Inter de Milán. This is the answer from Rafinha.
Y bueno, jugadores que juegan aquí en Barça, hay que saber cambiar el chip más rápido posible, porque estamos siempre con partidos cerca y bueno, tenemos un clásico por delante y tenemos que estar más listos posible.
And now we want to ask, how easy is to turn page for FC Barcelona after the draw in the Champions League? The same question we asked to Rafinha. We're going to give you 3 options on the live chat, 1, 2, and 3. The first one, it's another competition. Now we are playing La Liga, so of course, new competition, new dynamic. Second option, it's El Clásico, and anything can happen. Option number 3, impossible to turn up the page. Barça fans that are arriving here to the Bernabéu, now it's why you also hear these whistles from the stands. Robert, this question for you, 1, 2, or 3?
It's a combination of 1 and 2. It's definitely not 3. I agree with what Rafinha says, that, I mean, you're a Barca player. It's what is expected of you. You'll have a bad result, but you need to quickly recover and get back onto the get back into competing, because it's one game after another. We know this intense month of October is very taxing on the players, but I mean, it's what they get paid the big bucks for. I think, yeah, it's a combination of, this is another competition, it's La Liga, we have a chance to go top of the table, and it's El Clásico. There's no extra motivation needed, as I said before, Bruno.
In the live chat, Robert, almost everyone agrees that in the Clásico anything can happen. For example, Romari Busset saying number 2, Abdul E45 also number 2, Aditya Sharma number 2, Patrick Gottman number 2, also Scalar saying number 2. So practically everyone agrees, yeah, that it's number 2, the option that is El Clásico. Anything can happen. Of course, we have this last clash here at the Bernabéu last season, where, well, Madrid were arriving quite informed to this game, Barça not in the best form, and the Blaugranas won here 4-0. Well, now we see here Lunin, the goalkeeper from Real Madrid, stepping into the field of the Santiago Bernabéu, starting his warm-up. And also, Robert, well, we're going to see shortly Marc-André ter Stegen at our back here in our goal. What a season so far for Marc-André ter Stegen for Barça. Just 1 goal conceded in the whole La Liga Championship. 20 saves, 2.5 average saves per game for ter Stegen. Incredible start. Robert, the one from the German goalkeeper.
Amazing, simply amazing. Ter Stegen, 624 minutes and counting without conceding a goal in La Liga. Let's see if he can keep another clean sheet today. We'll shortly see him come out to do his warm-up routines, and then the rest of the team, of course. Only conceded 1 goal, as Bruno said, in La Liga. Real Madrid conceded a total of 7. They look a little bit more vulnerable at the back, so let's see if we can take advantage of that. Right, I'm going to present the rest of my panel here in the studio today. Irati Vidal, Spencer Siegel.
Hello.
It was me and Bruno going solo there for a bit, or duo for a bit, but we're getting you guys involved now.
3/4
of an hour remaining until the game. Big one, and a big chance for Barca to bounce back.
Yeah, because the most important thing and the most beautiful thing of this football and this month that is full of matches is that you always get another chance, and it's very quickly, and it's also in a Clásico that can just change everything, all the feelings that maybe the players had after that game. Like, it can just change all the dynamic until the rest of the season. So I think it's a good chance to just forget about what happened the other day.
Spence?
I mean, I would say if you went so far as to go back to the depths of last year when things were looking a little uncertain, I would say that we started from the bottom and now we're here. And hopefully that one didn't fly directly over. Oh, okay, we're good. No, this is a great day. We're having fun. Like, this is El Clásico. So, yeah, we're excited to see what these players can do, shuffling the lineup around. It does look a little bit different than what we've seen in weeks past. Let's take a look. Let's see.
Right, well, while we wait for Marc-Andre ter Stegen to come out and start his warm-up routine, let's have a listen to what he had to say in the media day. Our colleague Mabrao and Bruno had a chance to talk to Eric, to Rafinha, and to Marc-Andre ter Stegen, and the question directed at our goalkeeper, of course, was about his record in La Liga. But for ter Stegen, it's all about the teamwork. Let's listen to what he had to say.
Well, first of all, for me, it's always the most important is the win and that we are successful as a team. I think this is the most important, and right now we're in a very good way, on a very good way, and we have to keep on focusing on what we have to do. No, at the end, what counts is only winning. And if we can keep on doing the same work as we did so far and not conceding, would be, of course, perfect for all of us. Not only for me, but also for the team as we're defending all together.
There he is, our goalkeeper, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, coming out to warm up for this big Clásico, showing some appreciations to the fans at the Santiago Bernabéu, the Barça fans who are there, and starting his warm-up routine. We want to ask you, as always, and taking into account that ter Stegen has a record on the line, this is important. How many saves is he going to make today? We want you to answer in airplanes, so we want the live chat filled with the airplane emoji. How many airplane emojis are we giving ter Stegen today in terms of saves? I'm going to say four saves for ter Stegen today.
I'm going to say 3. I think Madrid is a team that always try to shot and that will at least try it. But Barça will have the ball more because Madrid is more just going to that speed when they recover the ball. So I go for 3.
Spence, are you going to type in your answer?
I sure am, and I'm looking at it right now. I see GLJUR typing in 8 airplanes.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
That is many airplanes.
That's a busy game for ter Stegen.
I tend to agree slightly in a sense. I just threw my answer in there. I've got 5 today. I do think that this is one of those games that Barça are going to have to withstand a lot of pressure, and if they are to keep the clean sheet and if they are to continue this run, he's going to need to step up today even more than he already has.
I threw in my 4 there on the live chat as well a couple of times. Bruno, how many saves is ter Stegen going to make today? And what else did he tell you in the media day?
Well, I'm going to say 5. 5 saves today for ter Stegen. So, yeah, Spence, you can type me my 5 airplanes. Yeah, actually, in this question, I asked him about the personal record, but he really quickly turned over to say, I don't really care about my record. I want just to win every single game and to be compact and to be together. At the same time, well, disappointed, of course, after what happened against Inter, but with the confidence to play a good game here at the Santiago Bernabéu, and really happy for his shape of form. He explained that it's not all just about football, it's also about the importance of the mental aspect, and that in this case last season, last 2 years was suffering a little bit in that aspect, and now has recovered really well, resting a little bit, disconnecting from football, and that's the main reason why he's so informed in this start of the competition. Well, with both goalkeepers warming up, we are still waiting for the rest of the players here at the field of the Santiago Bernabéu. It's time to play a classic game here on Barça Live. Before El Clásico, it's Guess the Player. Guess the Player with historic games of El Clásico, historic pictures, historic images. We're going to start with this one. First, Guess the Player of today's game. Images from the last 15 years in total, according, from 2005 to 2022, we will say. Clásicos played in this Bernabéu. First, guess the player. Let's go to the studio. Let's start, for example, with Irati, Vidal. Guess this player.
Irati got the easy one.
Easy?
I already see a clue in there.
That is captain. That's the clue
Aha.
I saw because with this shirt I remember Neymar and Suarez, but
Yeah, but they weren't the captains.
yeah, that's. What's the people saying? Is it Xavi?
I'm seeing
People saying, let's see, Frankie Goat saying Iniesta, Adita Sharma saying also Iniesta, Sam Kraft saying Neymar, and also Luka Mabon Neymar, RDX saying Iniesta. It seems that it's between Iniesta and Rakitic. It's also here. Yes, it's Andres Iniesta. Andres Iniesta, the first guess the player.
He was the captain that season. Xavi had left.
Irati told me that she was just about to pick Iniesta.
I was just to say Iniesta because people were happy, but they were faster.
Yeah, it was Andres Iniesta. Let's move to the second one. Let's move to the second option here in the second chance in this guess the player. This time it's going to be for Spencer Siegel. Spencer, let's see if you know who is this player. Guess the player.
I think this one is
From
easier.
a recent Clásico, I will say.
Ooh, yeah.
Extra clue here. Recent Clásico. Spencer,
recent
let's
one.
see if you know who is this player.
2 years ago, it's got to be.
And long shirt.
And the long shirt, and that's what's got me.
That's the clue, I think.
That's the clue. That's right. Because initially I was ready to say Luke De Jong, but now I can't do that because Frankie's in the background.
Let's see at home sending your answers and see if you are right or not. Mambradas Klula saying Araujo, Abhinav Katial saying Ferran Torres, Benze also Araujo, Nadir Iscroela Ferran Torres, Izan Halal saying Pedri, Desen saying Dembele. Well, divided opinions. I've read some Ferran Torres, and yes, Ferran was the correct answer. Image from last El Clásico. Image from Ferran Torres was key player in that 4-0. What an astonishing performance from Ferran Torres on that day. Incredible match, the one that Ferran Torres played. And I'm going to move to the last one, another historic one, okay? It's not from the last 5 seasons, I'm going to say this extra clue. And let's see this final guess the player, Robert Vanek out. Let's see if it's an easy one or not for you. Also at home, type your answers, I'm going to read you.
Well, we're looking at 2005, 2006. You've given me the throwback one, Bruno, with the red shorts. That's 2005, 2006, the year we won the Paris Champions League. It's a battle for the ball there. I mean, it could be Deco.
Guti, the other one.
Be,
with her.
I mean, it can't be Puyol. He has more hair than that. Who do we have? Messi played that year as well. Ronaldinho.
Feels too big for Messi. Could be
too big for Messi.
Larsson.
Oh, Eto'o. I like that one. I'm going with Spencer's answer.
Let's see in the live chat. I'm seeing some Ronaldinhos, some Dembeles. No, it's older image. Dembele was not yet in the club in that times. And I'm seeing here Abhinav Katial saying Samuel Eto'o, and yes, you're right.
Vamos.
So Eto'o was the correct answer. Congratulations to all of you who picked the correct ones. Let's see, we find some people there that have selected 3 out of 3, that have all correct answers in the live chat. Type it and then say, hey, here from home I get the 3 correct answers. Let's see. We will continue, of course, challenging you on Guess the Player. This has been the first game of this Barça Live. This is El Clásico Day. We are really excited. It's really hot in Madrid. We are in October, but it doesn't matter with this sun. Difficult to read my mobile phone with all this light, but yeah, we are excited about this game.
Don't complain, Bruno. It's a lovely day in Madrid. It's a lovely day to win El Clásico. Right, we're only going to do this very shortly, very briefly, because we have 35 minutes left, and we want it all to be positive rather than negative. But let's address the elephant in the room here. What do we do after what happened the other day? Do you think it's going to affect?
I hope it doesn't, because you said it before, like you don't need extra motivation for El Clásico. Like, I think it's the perfect scenario just to change that dynamic, because maybe if after that match you go to face Celta or Mallorca or other team, it's more difficult to come back. But with El Clásico, with all the stadium full, with all the world watching that game, and all the players wanted to play this game, I don't think you need something else like to just come back from what happened the other day.
Irati, I'm going to ask you the question we're asking the fans as well. How did you react after the 3-3 draw versus Inter? Were you angry? Were you unable to sleep? Or did you just decide to turn the page, like put on a movie and just think about something else?
It's easy. I couldn't sleep in the whole night. Like, I couldn't, because I just kept thinking about everything. And when that happens to me, like after big defeats and things, it's hard to sleep. So I couldn't sleep.
Spence, I saw you preaching to the crowd with what Irati was saying.
I'm looking to see if anybody put my answers in as well, because I'd have to. Some people are saying all three, like Lumos said all three. N'Golo Jr. said 1 and 2. I'm going with 1 and 3. I was angry, and then driving home, I was still angry, and then when I got home, I went to sleep. I fell asleep. It was a long day, and then I woke up the next morning and I said, "All right, it's time to move on." And that's where we are now. And I think Irati's point is perfect. I couldn't have said it any better. If you're playing Mallorca, if you're playing Osasuna, it's a trap game. That's what we would say. It's a trap game. But this is not a trap game. You know exactly what kind of game this is.
Most definitely.
And
It's like with anything in life.
I keep the word that Rafinha said the other day in the media game. Like, Barça is the one leading this league. Like, Barça should go there in Santiago Bernabéu. Like, here we are. Like, we are topping the league. Like, what happened in Champions League is another competition, and it has nothing to do with this. And I think the players have to go there and play with that pride. Like, I am Barça, I'm leading the league, and it's you that have to beat me, because last year it was us winning here.
Well, the Real Madrid players are stepping onto the pitch to warm up. In the meantime, we are going to listen to what our assistant coach Sergio Alegre had to say to our colleague Mar Rao from Barça TV right before the game.
Sí, com és habitual, en directe, minuts
As usual, we're talking to the assistant coach. Good afternoon. A Clásico is a Clásico. No way of thinking back to Wednesday now. It's all about a victory this afternoon in the Bernabéu. Yeah, perhaps this is the best game we could have after what happened in the Champions League. An important game, obviously. And we're top of the league, and we want to stay there. Some important changes. Bringing in a player like Koundé, what does that bring to the team? Well, it's important to put fresh players in there. We're bringing De Jong and Koundé in. They bring us fresh legs, and I think it's going to bring us a lot of help for the team today. Everyone has good memories of the game last year in the Bernabéu. Yeah, the game last season was like a reference, serves as a reference for us, really. And we're going to try and do the same here today. Madrid is a great side, of course, and we'll do what we can. We didn't know if Rodrigo was going to play or Valverde. In the end, Rodrigo doesn't start. Is this one of the days where we have to be more careful about the spaces Madrid might find? Yeah, we know Vinicius is the main danger point in terms of his pace. And of course, he's going to give us a lot of work at the back. But we've worked on that, and we'll be ready for him. Have a good game. Thank you.
Right. 31 minutes remaining until this big Clásico. Whoever wins goes 3 points over the other team. Let's hope it's Barça at the end of this afternoon. Who's nervous? Who's nervous? Nervous, a little bit excited for this game. Let's go over the lineup. We have Marc-André ter Stegen in goal. Defensive line of 4 with Sergio Roberto Koundé returning from injury, with Eric Garcia and Balde. Busquets, De Jong and Pedri in midfield. Rafinha, Lewandowski and Dembélé up front. Who likes that lineup? Give it a thumbs up on the live chat if you like it. Give it lots of thumbs up if you like it a lot. Let us know if you'd have done anything different with that live chat. Let us know your thoughts. In the meantime, let's go back to the Bernabéu with Bruno Ballester. Bruno, are the players out yet? Are the Barca players warming up yet?
No, yet. We have Real Madrid players really punctual, all of them. First of all, with their goalkeepers. 2-3 minutes later has been the moment for Ter Stegen, Iñaki Peña and Arnau Tenas. Then all the squad and the rest of the players from Real Madrid are already here in the field. Madrid always are really punctual, also publishing lineups. They're always the club that they publish it with more time, like 2 hours before kickoff. So yeah, we are waiting now here. Yes, the Barca players to come on. If you want, we're going to start playing game quiz, and once we see the players of FC Barcelona, that will be in few seconds or minutes, we will stop and just have an eye on that images. But let's start playing the game quiz today, related, of course, about El Clásico questions. And we want to start with the first question of this quiz to ask you, which team has won El Clásico more times in all competitions? Option number 1, Barcelona. Option number 2, Real Madrid. Option number 3, same victories. Let's see, Irati, I start with you also in the studio with this question. Also at home, give us your options, and I'm going to read you.
This one is difficult because I remember it was super tight, and recently Barça came over Madrid, but I don't know if in the last years Madrid again draw it. What is people saying, Spence?
They're all over the board. I think this time you just
People
have to put a guess out.
Ones and twos. I'm reading ones and twos. Under the mic saying 1. Kenan Gustave saying 1. Xavi Ladinho saying 2. Let's go, Irati.
Okay, I go for Barça. Let's get good vibes, or I hope it
They
is
wouldn't
Barça.
put this question up if it was Madrid.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Irati, but you are wrong. You are wrong. It was Real Madrid.
No.
100 victories for Real Madrid. 97.
it was tight, right?
97
That's a
for
bad
Barça.
question.
Yes, it's
What?
really
Who
tight.
came
it's
up
really
with
tight.
that question?
And 52 draws. 52 draws. Yes,
Who
well,
came
these are
up
the
with that
numbers.
question?
It's time to,
Absolutely not.
yeah,
No. That's
tight
a
a
warning.
little bit
My
more Real
logic
Madrid.
went with that. I thought like it's
Once.
impossible. There's a question that says Madrid was winning, so
I am confusing you a little bit in these recent shows. I like it. You start thinking, oh, it's because of this, because of that. I like it. Okay, let's move to the second question. Barca players are not here yet, and we are less than half an hour before kickoff. We are still waiting for our players. Question number 2, Spencer. Who played in the historic 6-2 win at the Bernabéu? Who played from these players? Option number 1, Piqué. Option number 2, Busquets. Or option number 3, both.
My instinct is telling me that it's just PK. That's my instinct, but I see people are nobody's putting both in.
Let's hear the Santiago Bernabéu, because right now, yes, we have Barca players here on the field. They start warming up here at the Santiago Bernabéu. Okay, Spencer, you say that your instinct says that it's Gerard Piqué. Let's see at home people's instinct, which is their instinct. We have here Aman Asmi saying 2 Busquets, De Jong Luke saying 2 Busquets, Gustave saying 3 both, Esther Musioka 3 both. Well, people going for Busquets or both, and the correct answer is both. Option number 3, because Piqué was a starter, and of course he scored the historic 6th goal against Real Madrid, but Busquets came on in the 85th minute, so he played the final part of that game. So yeah, both was the correct answer of this second question of the game quiz. Okay, let's move to the third one now. Time now for Robert Bannekout. Who can equal Gento today as the player with more El Clásico wins, Robert? Option number 1, Gerard Piqué. Option number 2, Sergio Busquets. Option number 3, both. Same answers. Same options, I would say.
I know this one.
Is he?
I know
read this one up. I don't think he's going to go for both again, is he?
He's getting
do that again? Is he going to
he's
pull off
getting
like what he
tricky
did the other
lately.
day with Pedri?
But doesn't Piqué has played more Clásicos than
Yeah, I know,
Busquets?
but maybe.
They didn't win,
maybe
yeah.
he's like lost a couple more,
Yeah.
or drawn a couple more. I'm going to go Busquets.
Busquets, Irati was more going for Piqué, I think. And on the live chat, let's see, many ones and twos. Also people saying that are both.
I
Seri
think
saying
he's
both.
going for both.
Taymur Yassin saying both. Adam Yet saying Busquets. A80 saying also Busquets. Alia and De Jong Luke saying Piqué. It's Busquets, Sergio Busquets. The one and only who can equal Paco Gento. Incredible if he
We'll see.
is able to win his 21st El Clásico. Can be unbelievable, this start. Well, let's move to the fourth question of our game quiz today. Which player has scored the most goals against Real Madrid in the Champions League? About this list, let's see. Option number 1, Lewandowski. Option number 2, Leo Messi. Option number 3, Kylian Mbappe. Irati, back to you.
That has to be
Is
tricky.
this in total or
because
is this in total or in a single game?
I guess it's in total, right, Bruno?
Champions League in total.
Total.
Okay.
In total in the Champions League, yeah.
My instinct says Leo Messi, but
Yeah, go ahead and say Mbappe and see where that gets you.
Mbappe last year scored at least 2.
No, but Irati, how many times has Messi played
I guess,
Real
but
Madrid
in Champions.
in the Champions League? Exactly. I think that's a trick question by Bruno.
I go for Lewandowski.
Okay, let's go. Let's go, yeah. If you start thinking a little bit, your first instinct always goes for Messi, of course, but I was asking just in the Champions League, and they just faced two eyes against Real Madrid, one in the Camp Nou and one in the Bernabéu.
Robert helped me with that
where Messi scored a brace here in the Bernabéu. So it's Lewandowski, yes, Lewandowski, 6 goals, 4 for Borussia Dortmund in one game. He knows what it means to score a poker against Real Madrid, 2 for Bayern Munich, 6 for Lewandowski, 2 for Messi, just 1 for Kylian Mbappé. So this was the question, and there were many ones and twos. Lewandowski's and Messi's, not many Mbappé's here in the live chat, although, well, Mbappé has still many years to still scoring many more goals against Real Madrid. Why not? Well, let's move to the final question now, Spencer and Robert. You can play together because this is one of the tricky ones, I think. How many goals has Barça scored in the last 10 La Liga Clásicos in the Bernabéu? How many goals?
Oh, at the Bernabéu.
It's option number 1, 20.
But
Option
at the
number
Bernabéu?
2, 22. Option number 3, 24. Yes, just at the Santiago Bernabéu.
4?
Just at the Santiago Bernabéu. Last 10 appearances there.
There's no way you
1,
can
4, 3, that's 12. Plus...
I'm going with the highest number you have.
15, 16.
Although most people
What were the numbers? What were the numbers?
20, 22, 24.
I'm going 22. 22.
Most people are saying 22.
Yeah,
actually.
I'm going 22.
And people has Google
And people are right at home. And Spencer, you're wrong. It's 22. Absolutely, yes. Many goals in the last 10 Clásicos at the Bernabéu. This means 2.2 goals of average per game. It's unbelievable numbers for Barça. So, yeah, this was the final question. 22 goals. We expect today also at least to score 2 goals here at the Bernabéu. Why not? So this was all about the game quiz today about El Clásico.
Right, Bruno, we'll come back to you in a second because we've got a higher or lower game, but let's talk a little bit about this Clásico. We've got some positive history, 6 wins out of the last 10 games at El Bernabéu. We've done better at El Bernabéu than at home.
Yeah, I think also true that I think it gives you that extra motivation. Like El Clásico has extra motivation, but playing there and facing Real Madrid at their stadium with full of people from Real Madrid, that just gives you extra and takes out the pressure because it's Madrid that has more pressure to win that game. So I think that worked for Barça, but I take in preference not all the last Clásicos, but the last, because it was with Barça coming in a bad moment, with Madrid being like unbeatable in the stadium, like being like the best team of La Liga, and then Barça comes and wins 4-0. And in that moment, all the changes that Xavi introduced just went for a better Barça and just showed the path to the team that is right now playing for Barça. So just good feelings about what is going to happen. Yeah.
Good vibes always at the Bernabéu. I see lots of questions on the live chat asking why a number 50 on the back of the warm-up jerseys of our players today. Well, it's in honor of Drake. Today we're wearing the special Drake edition jersey of this Barça with the Drake owl here, as you will have seen all over social media. Drake reached 50 billion streams on Spotify. He was the first artist to do that, so that's why we are wearing a 50 today on the back of that warm-up jersey. Right, Spence, I did want to ask you as well. Out of all the players, and I'll ask the live chat as well, out of all the players making their debut today, who has the toughest debut? Is it Koundé? Is it Balde? Is it Rafinha? Is it Lewandowski?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. There are a lot of Clásico debuts today. Didn't even really think about that until just now. The toughest, I would say the toughest has to be Koundé.
Coming back from injury?
Because he's got this extra element that he's coming back from, right? Lewandowski, we know what he has to do. We already know it's going to be difficult for him because he has to find the back of the net somehow. But Madrid are going to keep coming. They're going to try to hit on the counter-attack. They're going to try to get that counter goal that puts them over the top. And he's going to be tasked to defend and sprint at full speed to try and keep the likes of Benzema and Vinicius out of the net.
Yes, well, we've talked about players who are making their debuts today, but there are lots of players throughout our history who've played a lot of Clásicos, Bruno, and this is the theme of our higher or lower game today.
Yes, exactly, Robert. Many fans today here watching us on YouTube. Stay tuned here. You're going to enjoy a great show with all the information. And yes, We're gonna play now higher or lower. So again, time to type on the live chat. Arrows up if you think it's higher, arrows down if you think it's lower. We start with Andres Iniesta's 38 total Clásicos played. This is our reference to start the game today. So let's move on to Víctor Valdés. Víctor Valdés, it's higher, he played more Clásicos, or it's lower, Irati?
Arrow up or arrow down, Irati?
I think he started earlier, but he also finished earlier. So I go down.
You go down. Let's see at home, people. Arrows up, arrows down. With Víctor Valdés appearances, it's down. Yes, Irati, you're right. 28 Clásicos for Víctor Valdés. You are right. So congratulations. Spencer, let's move on with higher or lower. Now we start with this number 28 Clásicos played for Víctor Valdés. And Stoichkov, he played more, higher, or less, lower Clásicos.
Is this just La Liga or it's all competitions?
All competitions.
Okay, all right, just wanted to make sure. Because that adds a few, including the Copa, because that's, what, 14 years for Valdés, more or less? I still think it's probably going to be lower than that. I'm going to go lower.
Let's see. Cesar says lower. Also Sports Short saying lower. Many people saying also lower. Yes, you're right. Lower. Stoichkov played, well, just or not just, it's not a bad number. 16 Clásicos for Risto Stoichkov. Let's see the magic of Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho, what a night that one of 2005-2006 with two incredible goals. Ronaldinho has played more Clásicos than Stoichkov, or less? Higher or lower Ronaldinho, Robert?
Well, I mean, Stoichkov played for longer than Ronaldinho because he played 5 seasons first and then he had another stint with Barça. I remember he played in Super Cup and Cup games. Ronaldinho, on the other hand, yeah, I'm going lower still. Lower for Ronaldinho. Fewer games played. Arrows
You're
down.
going lower. Let's see. Mook saying higher. Exception saying lower. Oliver Peterson saying higher. Carolina saying higher. Up Barcelona. Lots of higher. No, it's lower. Yes, you're right, Robert. Ronaldinho, he spent 3 seasons at the club, if I'm not wrong, or 4 seasons, so not many of them, 4 or 5 seasons. Yeah. So, well, 8 Clásicos played for Ronaldinho. I'll guess 4 seasons here, 2 La Liga games each year, 8 Clásicos for Ronaldinho, so it was lower. Okay, Irati, back to you. Another Brazilian, another really magic player. Oh. Rivaldo, higher than 8, lower than 8.
My first favorite player, but I mean, I think 8 is quite few, and I think Rivaldo played more seasons than Ronaldinho, but now I'm not sure. I go higher.
Higher, not Bandit saying also higher. Bala saying higher. Goblin saying lower. And it's higher.
Oh,
You're right, Ati, you're on fire. Playing higher or lower today. You're absolutely
I like this game.
Okay, Spencer Siegel. You like it. Spencer Siegel. Let's move on with another historic player. A player who also defended Real Madrid colors, like Samuel Eto'o. Okay, Samuel Eto'o. It's higher than Rivaldo than 12 or lower. Also at home. Type your answers. Come on.
Yeah, again, this is similar to the Ronaldinho aspect because he was there from, what was it, 2006 to 2009?
No, 04.
Oh, 04, sorry, 04 to 09. So that's automatically 10. And then I'm just going to throw a few other Copas in there. It's not automatically 10. He might have, for all we know, he might have missed 1 or 2. But I'm still going to say it's probably going to be the same number, but I'm going to go with higher.
But it can't be the same number.
You're going higher. You are wrong, Spencer. It's lower, like Zakaria was saying, like Jarkoni also was saying. Like
all that
Oliver also saying lower. There were many higher. I have to accept. This was a tough one. Okay, let's move on. Robert, now back to you. And let's go with Pedro Rodriguez. Pedro, not Pedri. Pedro, historic player also from Canary Islands.
Pedro starts in 09.
Easy ones for you, I think.
Yeah, I think this one's an easy one. He leaves in 15. He had the Champions League ones. He had Copa finals. I'm going higher, automatically higher for Pedro. Pedro played more Clásicos than Samuel Eto'o. Arrows up for me.
Okay, Note Band is saying lower, Pink is saying lower, but Muhammad Ikat is saying higher. Yes, it's higher. You are right with 21 Clásicos.
It was that season that there were many, right?
3 out of 3. Yeah, let's see if you can make it 3 out of 3. We move on to Puyol. Puyol, higher or lower? 21 is our reference now that it's Pedro.
That has
higher
to be
or
tricky.
lower Carlos Puyol?
Because I totally think it's higher, but you're playing a lot, Bruno. But I go higher. I mean, Puyol played more seasons than Pedro was also in that season that there were many Clásicos. So just for that, it has to be higher.
Sam Kraft saying higher, Not Bandit saying lower, Chandru saying lower. Well, many divided opinions here, but Puyol it's higher. Irati, congratulations, higher. Historic goal, the one he scored also in the 6-2 when he got his armband and he kissed it. Incredible moment for Carlos Puyol. We are arriving to the end. Spencer, now we move on to Luis Enrique. Okay, extra clue here. Luis Enrique, he played for Barça Madrid. So, of course, we are counting all El Clásicos he has played. Luis Enrique, higher or lower than 32 with Puyol?
Can I give you a clue? The other day, he ended and started the game with the same number. I don't know if I'm just making it worse.
You just made it a lot harder for me.
Let's go, Spencer.
I'll say higher.
You say higher than 32. Let's see. Aman saying lower. Salah saying Forza Barça, lower for Badicas. Now you can hear the Bernabéu as Barça players are moving and going back to the locker rooms. You are wrong. You are wrong, Spencer.
Yeah.
You see, he started with 31.
It was lower. 31. Yeah, I mean, tricky one. I have to accept it. Let's end with Xavi Hernandez, our now head coach, and of course he played many Clásicos, but he played more than 31 or less. It's higher or lower at home? Final answer. Robert, final answer. Higher or lower, Xavi Hernandez?
I mean, I'm not even hesitating here. It's higher. Xavi's one of the players with the most Clásicos ever. I got the easy ones today. Higher. Arrows up.
Higher. I mean, many people here saying lower. Elmirat saying lower, Nicky lower. But now that Robert has changed to higher, people are changing their ideas, and now Aman saying higher, Rodivan saying higher, everyone saying higher. So yes, it's higher. It was 42 Clásicos played for Xavi Hernandez. Well, that's all from now. Our position. We're gonna change. We're gonna be focused now on the game. We chat each other in a few minutes. We are less than 15 minutes away from this kickoff. It's El Clásico day at the Santiago Bernabéu. Real Madrid FC Barcelona.
Yes, in fact, Bruno, we are 12 minutes away from El Clásico. Things are getting tense. I mean, can't wait for this to begin. A bit nervous, a little bit excited. Can't wait for this. I mean, we need the clock to tick. We have a lot to talk about still. Let's go over the lineup. Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal, with Sergi Roberto, Koundé, Eric and Balde at the back, Sergio Busquets, Frenkie de Jong and Pedri in midfield. And up front, it's Rafinha with Lewandowski and Dembélé. There are some absences in this Clásico today for both teams. I want to ask you, which player will be missed the most in this Clásico? Is it Courtois? Is it Araujo? Or is it Christensen, who we are also missing today?
I hope it's Courtois, but it's them missing, because that will mean that Barça has scored more and that has created more opportunities. I think Barça, between those, will miss more Araujo, because it was the key of winning the last Clásico in Santiago Bernabéu, just putting him to stop Vinicius Jr. But I think the Xavi has come with a strategy with Koundé and Sergio Roberto trying to stop Vinicius, so I go for Thibaut Courtois. It's a key in this Real Madrid, and Barça today has just to try to shot in target, because Lunin is not Courtois.
Spence, which is the most significant absence?
Yeah, based on the three that you provided for us, it would have to be Courtois, you hope, and you hope that it's not Araujo, because Araujo is probably your choice starter amongst the center backs, and so if he's not in the lineup and there's a reason that we're talking about him after the game, it's because the defense had problems and Araujo wasn't there. But hopefully that's not the case, and hopefully it is Courtois.
Right, and we've talked about what happened on Wednesday, but We're turning the page. We're turning the page, and we're going to try and be optimistic here going into this game. We have reasons to be optimistic. We're giving 3 of them to you there on our screen. One is our record at the Bernabéu. 6 wins in our last 10 visits there. We've done very well over the last 10, over the last 15 years at the Santiago Bernabéu, going no further than last year with that 4-0 win. I mean, it's very, very difficult, obviously, to repeat that kind of result, but why can we not go in there today and pick up the 3 points? The other one is Xavi's away record, away from home. Or his record away from home, sorry. 18 games and counting without being defeated in La Liga away from home. Can we make it 19 today? Pretty sure we can. And Ter Stegen in La Liga, just 1 goal conceded. Consecutive clean sheets for the past 6 games now for our keeper. 624 minutes without conceding. And we want that number to increase, guys. Lots of reasons to be optimistic. So, I mean, we could add Lewandowski's record against Real Madrid. He scored 4 against them in 1 game, for example.
Yeah, we could add many others there in that list. Also, that Barça is leading this La Liga, and that means that Barça has scored more and conceded less in the back because we have the same points as Real Madrid. We could add the last win at Santiago Bernabéu. Many things, but also the extra motivation that gives this Santiago Bernabéu. We have talked many, but I think that Madrid comes in a pretty calm situation, and Barça comes like from a dramatic night. So that will make, I think, Barça players to come with more willing to win this El Clásico.
Hopefully, hopefully. Spence, I'm going to save your reason to be optimistic for your team talk, which is what we're going to do right now. It's over 8 minutes until the game, and we want to know, if you were Xavi, what would your team talk be?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the Barça clubhouse inside the locker room right now. It's where we're headed. You all know today is a big day. You all know that this is El Clásico, and let me give you a little lesson in languages. El Clásico in English is the classic. And that's what we have today, a classic. Now it's on you people, you 11 beautiful players out there, to make this the most classic moment of your lives.
We came here last year in a difficult situation. We showed the world that the Barça was back. Let's just show it again. They're just waiting us to not score here, to not have a beautiful ending, but we know how to play in this stadium. We have won many times, just let's do it once again.
I need the volume of the music to be higher for this team talk here. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, what happened on Wednesday is now history. There's no point in putting our heads down. We need to pick ourselves up. You're good enough to go out there and win. This is La Liga, guys. It's what we're competing for. We can go 3 points ahead of Real Madrid. So let's go out there and do it. Vamos! Hey! 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 Right, and we
Fired up now. Now I'm ready. Let's go.
I'm ready now.
Yes.
Come on.
Vamos.
We want you to let us know, if you were Xavi Hernandez, what would you tell the team? What would your team talk be? Let us know on the live chat. Bruno, what would you tell the team?
I will say to all of them, guys, let's stay focused on what we did last season. We know how to do it. Last year, Real Madrid won the Champions League. We were able to beat them 4-0 here at the Bernabéu. Okay, we arrived after a bad moment, after a tough situation in Europe, but this is another competition. We have conceded just 1 goal. Barça have scored 20 in favor, more than Madrid. Let's concede it. And there is no cool-to-end goal today, so let's go. Create chances, shoot, and you will score many goals.
Right, good advice. I mean, I forgot that in my team talk. I would have said shoot, shoot, shoot. Need to test this keeper who is untested in a Clásico. Bruno, lots of activity going out throughout the weekend as well in La Liga.
Yes, La Liga that started, of course, on Friday with the first game. Also yesterday with many controversial in the games, for example, like Girona, that they disallowed them once again another goal. In the end, 1-1 draw. Stuani scored in the 101st minute. Valencia with the draw against Elche 2-2. They still need better results, but at least they are performing quite well under Gennaro Gattuso. And the big game yesterday was this Atletico Madrid 1, Athletic Club 0, goal scored by Antoine Griezmann. And today, well, the early kickoff, a really good one because between Celta de Vigo and Real Sociedad. Now it's time of El Clásico, 4:15 kickoff. We are about to start. There is a fantastic atmosphere here at the Santiago Bernabéu as always. But let's see if we can repeat it. Experience from last year. It's going to be really difficult. But this started the atmosphere really high last year, but it started going down and down once Barça started scoring their goals. So, well, everything ready here at the Clásico and the players that are going to step into the grass in a few seconds.
Let's hope they don't have a lot to celebrate. By the way, Bruno, what is your score prediction for today?
I would like to have a better one, but I'm going to be also conservative. I'm going to say 2-2. I think a point, it's not bad result at all today here at the Bernabeu, although at the same time,
Bruno today,
to win today will be amazing.
I'm not gonna pull this out. All right, I'm just gonna show it to you. This is not for you yet because you've already gotten one. This is your warning. You know how sometimes the refs, after they've already given out a card, they then say, well, all right, one more, and that's it. If you get another one though, Bruno, I've got another one in my pocket here, buddy.
My only experience here at the Bernabeu was last year and was 4-0 up. So I would love to repeat this experience, but I think it's going to be really tough. I've never experienced a Real Madrid goal here in the Bernabeu, for example, but yeah, it's going to be tough.
Right, let's hope we can celebrate lots of goals today, Bruno. The players are in the tunnel. We are just a couple of minutes away from El Clásico, a Clásico that we will be playing with this very special edition shirt. There we go. This Drake edition jersey. There you go, Spence. Show them. Just go show them. The owl, which is the symbol of Drake. He was the first artist to reach 50 billion streams on Spotify. Barça, through the sponsorship of Spotify, can come up with these kind of new jerseys dedicated to one artist, and the first one was Drake. Spence, we've got a question for the fans, but you can take us through it because honestly, my knowledge of Drake songs is the same as in microbiology.
So you're not saying that you're one of the 50. The 50 billion.
No, I'm not. I'm sorry to say I'm not one of the 50 billion who streamed his songs.
Well, you have to have done at least one or two. I would say if we're going through these three carry the three that were just on the screen carry a little bit more age-appropriate levels to it because now there's more albums out, but those have been around for 7, 8, 9, 10 years almost now. Forever, Hotline Bling started at the bottom. Forever's got some of the others involved, Kanye, Lil Wayne, Eminem. Eminem's got a couple of shout-outs on our show.
Yeah.
Now, actually. For me, Forever is a quality one just because it probably incorporates 4 of the best rappers from the past decade and a half. And rap isn't my favorite genre, even though it seems that way, but yeah.
Irati's in my camp here.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the guy. I will have to listen. I have many friends that I post a story of the shirt and they were, I want the shirt, I love Drake, but it's not my case. I will have to listen now.
And by the way, guys, we have a leak. The jersey for next Clásico has been leaked, and we can show it to you right now on our screens.
I was going to say before that Drake was the one reaching that amount before our Mrs. Spencer.
Raise your hands on the live chat. Raise your hands if you would get that special Lil Spud Spencer jersey if it were ever to happen. I would. The Lewandowski rap.
Me too.
Yeah, I would do
Thank
that.
you.
I mean, I would wear it. Yeah, I would.
Bosque, dale al ballone che lo enrosque. Rosque, we pop the net like Lewandowski.
And on that note, we are going to proceed to guess the score. Guys, let us know on the live chat, what is your prediction for the game? Bruno went for a 2-2 draw, which I still don't understand why. Spence, Sirati. You go.
Very, very defensive game today. One goal decides it. I think Barça play Madrid's game. Madrid always do this, right? They always score the goal in the 70th minute and they win the game. I think today it goes the opposite.
I've seen many Real Madrid games this season, this far, and they get the opportunities, but Benzema is not performing as it was last season. I think they will have their chance, and I think Vinicius is in a great moment, so they will have the opportunity to beat Marc Andre Ter Stegen. I hope no, but I think Barca has the skills to just score and win this game.
I'm going for a 2-0 win, convinced that Ter Stegen can keep his clean sheet record and that we're going to win and come up with the 3 points. Let's take a look at the predictions of our Barca Live crew. 3-0 for Diego, Sergio. Oh, 5-0 for Santi. Let's hope that Santi's right. 2-1 for Jaume Torra, Laia. Luis also going, my brother going for a 2-all like Bruno. I mean, what is wrong with these guys? Danny 1-all as well. Where is the optimism? Sanglas 1-all as well. All these draws. Mauri, I like Mauri's prediction, which is a 4-0 like last year. And I want to know the predictions of our live chat. And guys, the Clásico has started. Vamos! Vamos, Barça. First possession for the Blaugranas. Alejandro Balde on the left, guys. I saw that we had 12,000 people watching us live on YouTube simultaneously. Go and get your friends and get them to come watch as well. Come join the party. Obviously, we can't show you the game, but we're going to be entertaining and commenting this beautiful Clásico, which we hope that we can come out of with a win. Barça in their own half. The ball goes all the way back to Ter Stegen. 624 minutes without conceding a goal in La Liga and counting.
You know what the best part for me of this El Clásico is right now is that it's being played and bathed in sunshine. It's not a night game.
Yeah.
It's during the day. Everybody's getting up for it. Sort of planned your day around it. This is, or you know, depending on where you're watching us from, maybe it's not day. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I want to get a sense of where the fans are supporting Barca, from where they're watching us from. Where are you watching us from? Let us know. Fill the live chat with the flags of your countries. Let us know what time it is there, what your plan is to watch this El Clásico. What are you doing? Having lunch, having dinner, having snacks? Are you watching it with friends? Are you watching it all by yourself? Do you have exams tomorrow that you can't miss, but you're watching the Clásico anyway? Let us know. Fill the live chat with flags and tell us your experience watching this Clásico as Vinicius goes down. It's a goal kick to Barca, well defended by Jules Koundé.
Yeah, the first one that Vinicius enters there, and Jules Koundé appears just to block him, and also giving that ball that will be for Barca because Vinicius couldn't continue with the ball. I've seen Madrid is pressing a lot, so I think that is also actually good news for Barca that plays better with this kind of teams that are pressing high. And we also have Frenkie de Jong that can go through, and many players that can make danger in this kind of situation.
Let us know where you're watching us from as Real Madrid try to come out in their own half. Do we have Philippines in the house? Do we have Nepal in the hands? India? Let us know if you're watching from the USA. Let us know if you're watching from any country in Europe as well, from Africa.
I see India, football forever. Charlie May from the Philippines. Brazil getting in there. Of course, Poland, Vucek.
Obviously.
Yeah, it's got to happen. Love from India, from Abhinash.
Real Madrid try to move forward. Careful, Balde. Does well to recover in front of Fede Valverde, who's got the overlap of Dani Carvajal. Carvajal dispossessed between Balde and Pedri, and Pedri gets it back to Eric Garcia. Eric tries to play it long for Ousmane Dembélé to run. Now Militao going to go all the way back to Lunin, under pressure by Robert Lewandowski. Lewandowski got a touch on the ball, and it's a throw-in for Real Madrid.
And that's what we were talking. It's not only shooting on target, it's just testing Lunin in those kind of situations with the pressure, because he's not used to play. He has been 3 years in the bench. He's playing now. He has played before in the Champions League, but it was against Shakhtar. But it's the first Clásico for him, so we have to test him.
Barca win the ball back. Koundé with Eric Garcia. Barca in possession. Not much high pressure from Real Madrid. Xavi today has two centre-backs who can bring the ball out with great distribution skills, like Koundé and Eric Garcia. That's an important factor, as well as Pedri lays it off to Sergio Busquets, who has space to operate.
and also in the midfielders, because the other day you said that you were missing a pelotero inside there, and I think that's just what brings Frankie de Jong, that he's used to just take the ball and go through and break those defensive lines.
Great drive by De Jong after he was tripped. De Jong's going to pass to Pedri. He's got Dembélé on the left.
Shoot
Pedri
it.
inside. Pedri has Rafinha on the right. Can he combine with Sergio Roberto? The shot by Rafinha into the hands of Lunin. First chance for Barça. Go Rafinha.
That's what we want to see, right? We want to see those shots from outside the box.
It was a good drive by Frankie de Jong that started it all, tripped by Toni Kroos. Rafinha testing Lunin. Rafinha who scored in the Clásico in the preseason.
Yeah, trying to do exactly what he did, which was, in that case, he put it past Courtois, but he curled it into, for him, what was the near corner. And it was a similar spot at that point.
There's Balde with Dembélé. Balde's going to drive inside, looking for options. Goes all the way back to Koundé. Barca playing patiently here. We like it. Koundé drives forward and feeds it out to the right for Sergi Roberto. Real Madrid waiting at the back. Throw into Barca. 5 minutes played. And Bruno, is that the Barca fans that we can hear?
No.
Ah,
It's
okay.
not especially
Sounded
Barca
like
fan
it.
song. They sing like the same song, but changing something in the lyrics of that.
I also
Barca song.
thought.
But there's of course a full atmosphere here in the Santiago Bernabéu, full stadium. Although they are still working on the new stadium and it's not full capacity, but all packed in all the seats available here. Good start for Barca, good start for Rafinha. Now Madrid are trying to react.
Did try to react, playing the ball forward to Dani Carvajal. Valde's going to protect it from going out. Good fight by Alejandro Valde, who gets the ball to Eric Garcia, who has to clear under pressure by Carvajal. Lewandowski brings it down on his chest. Lewandowski can find the run of Dembélé. This could be a good one. Here goes Ousmane Dembélé. Lunin tracking back. Dembélé cuts back. He's got Rafinha in the middle. Here comes an opportunity. Dembélé gets himself into a little bit of a muddle. The shot on the ankle takes a deflection, and it's a corner kick.
That was a good one.
Good transition by Barca.
I think if the defender wouldn't have been there, it goes on target.
First of all, Lewandowski's brilliant ability to bring the ball under control. And then Dembélé, I guess, was onside. It was really close when he released him along the left side. And
Was
then
the flag raised, Bruno? Yeah, I think it must have been raised.
Yeah, it looked really close. Still worth the run, though.
Yeah, because
offside, right, Bruno? Well, careful, because Real Madrid are running forward. Mendy inside, Vinicius closed down by Busquets. The shot takes a deflection and goes out, and that is a corner kick for Real Madrid. Bruno. We lost Bruno? Do we have him?
Looks like.
What's going on?
Has Bruno been enveloped?
Oh, he can't hear us. Bruno can't hear us. Okay. Go now, Bruno. We can hear you now. Oh, no. Okay. Sorry. I thought I could hear him. Right, it's a corner kick for Real Madrid. The cross inside. Benzema trying to control. A clearance by Ousmane Dembélé, who's going to chase that. Modric. 7 minutes played. Real Madrid now attacking after that corner kick. In comes a cross into the hands of Ter Stegen. Just to try and run. Ball quickly back in play.
We saw in that attack of Vinicius that Barca has a plan to stop Vinicius, because once he entered in the box, there were 3 Barca players on him, just putting him in a jaula, we say, I don't know. In a cage. It was just like that. You take the danger because Benzema was alone, but if Vinicius is just in that cage, he can't even pass the ball.
Barca attacking. Right, Bruno, we'd lost you. A lot has happened since we last talked to you. Transitions for Barca, transitions for Real Madrid.
Yes, no, really good start. As always, El Clásico, I mean, these first 10-15 minutes are always really intense minutes with ups and downs for both sides. And now our Barca against the one with the ball.
I see some Barca fans behind you, Bruno. I like that.
Yes, some brave fans here wearing a Barca shirt because the atmosphere it's always a bit hostile for the ones that we are not from Real Madrid, and they identify us quite easy to all of us. At least I wear this bib. Now my badge is not like everyone can see it, but yeah, just my microphone, so well, we are kind of easy to identify. But I mean, at least so far, respect from the stands more or less.
Now Real Madrid win the ball back, taking it away from Frenkie de Jong.
It's one thing that I'd love to see change in La Liga and in Spain in general, and I kind of get it. I understand why they do the rule, but to put the away fans all the way as far away as possible with just one tiny section.
Careful, Vinicius coming in from the left-hand side. Vinicius has got Koundé and Sergio Roberto on him. Well blocked in his run. Play all the way back to Modric now. Played over to Carvajal, who tries to put the ball back in. Clearance by Eric Garcia, and the flag was raised. Right, Spence, we have some comments. So why didn't you go and take us quickly through them?
All right. Let's see what we've got here. We loved seeing the comments, and now it's time for Clásico comments. So, Well J says, much love from Gabon. I wonder if Well J is an Aubameyang fan. Maria Luisa, hoy ganamos 3-1, goles de Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Pedri. Hassan, Levy, please bang the goals.
Oh, please bang the goals, Levy.
Please, that's all we want. Hadi, Lewandowski quad-trick. I don't think I've ever heard the word quad-trick before. Abraham Ayele says, stop Vini, block long-range shots, and then we can do well. And so far, they've done that. They've gotten in front of a couple of long-range shots, and they cut off Vinicius' angle. And Charlie May says, I hope the Drake curse will break.
I hope so, too.
Yeah, well, the Toronto Raptors did win the NBA championship in 2019, so, you know. Over to Facebook. Vamos Barça, si se puede ganar la Liga. That's from David. Last week, this week, clean sheet from my idol, Ter Stegen. Forza Barça. And Robert, maybe a chance?
Maybe a chance here as Pedri wins it back. Here we go. Pedrito, go Pedri, go Pedri. Tries to feed Lewandowski. Pedri should have gone solo. Need to shoot, boy. Real Madrid managed to clear. Vinicius under pressure, chased by Sergio Roberto. Let's just be careful that this doesn't turn into a counter-attack for Real Madrid as the ball is played through to Vinicius. Vinicius can go on one-on-one with Ter Stegen. Vinicius inside the box. Vinicius tries to lift it over Ter Stegen. Second chance. Madrid score. Real Madrid score, and it is Karim Benzema. He finds the back of the net. Ter Stegen saved the shot by Vinicius well, but the rebound fell to Karim Benzema. And Real Madrid take the lead in the first clear opportunity that they've had. Now, Barca need to recover after this 12 minutes played. You can see the players just trying to pick themselves up quickly. As Benzema finds the back of the net, ends Ter Stegen's run. Busquets tried to foul Toni Kroos, who managed to play the ball through anyway, and Vinicius outpaced everyone. Was not offside. His chance was saved by Ter Stegen, but the trailing Benzema put it into the back of the net. Sergio Roberto got a touch on the ball, but couldn't prevent from going in. So 1-0 Real Madrid, but it's very, very early in this game. Bruno.
Yes, Ter Stegen was really frustrated because he has been able to stop the one-to-one against Vinicius, but then the rebound went to possession of Karim Benzema, and he was basically saying to the defenders, why you haven't been covering Benzema? He was alone there in the box. Well, sometimes in this kind of rebounds you are unlucky, and Barca has been unlucky in this case. Benzema, after his injury and not really protagonist in this first month of the competition, is scoring today the opening goal of El Clásico.
And that's the danger of Madrid, that you gotta finish the situations you have, and you gotta finish or in goal or outside, because they run. The only thing this Real Madrid has is that they run, and all the run of Vinicius, but also Valverde in the other side is what they got. The save was amazing by Ter Stegen, but then there was Karim Benzema there. That it hasn't started well for him, but I mean, it's Benzema inside the box all alone. It's normal to score. But I just want to remember the Clásico Barça won 6-2. We started losing and at around minute 10, so there's plenty of time.
I mean, time is not an issue here. Barca have plenty of time to react. We'll see how we do that in terms of Morales. Busquets finds Lewandowski. Lewandowski short with Pedri. Now Dembélé on the left. Here is Ousmane Dembélé. Dembélé surrounded by two players. Manages to squeeze in between them. Dembélé can put a cross inside. It's cleared away by Alaba, and
flag went up on Pedri, I believe.
Okay, I was going to bounce off of what you were saying, Irati. 1 minute you've got Pedri inside the box, who could have taken a shot, could have finished his opportunity, tried to be generous, pass it to Lewandowski. That allowed Real Madrid to clear the ball out, and all of a sudden they've got a double chance in our box, and that turns into a goal.
Yeah, it's something we've seen quite a bit of, I think, this season or in the early stages, is that with all of the tactics that Xavi has employed, which have worked really well to advance the ball up the pitch, you want to be able to find confidence in the end product too. Because, hold on.
Valverde running with Balde and just shake off the pressure. Valverde keeps the ball. Carvajal now running forward. Sorry, Benzema running forward. Confused me there that he was in the wing position. Balde does well to recover the ball. Busquets back to Eric back to Ter Stegen. Modric with the pressure. Ter Stegen's going to find Sergi Roberto on the right. Cool as a cucumber. Still Real Madrid putting Barca under pressure. And Koundé tried to switch it over to Eric Garcia. Too long, and it's a throw-in for Real Madrid. Barca got themselves into a complicated situation there.
Barca doesn't have to get nervous of this situation. Like, of course, Madrid is going to press, but this press can hold for 90 minutes. And when they are pressing this high, it means that there's many space in the back. So they just got to be patient and try to make it flow, because it wasn't playing bad.
Barca win it back. De Jong tries to connect with Lewandowski. Couldn't get it there. Real Madrid recover the ball. You were saying,
just to finish off that point, tiki-taka is an ideology, right? That's the Barca way. And sometimes I think that does fall into the minds of the players when they're in a position where they can shoot and they instead pick out another pass. And I think sometimes we overuse the phrase trying to pass the ball into the net, whereas a lot of people, including Xavi, have been urging his players to shoot.
Rafinha through to Lewandowski was offside. Come on, guys, we need to see that. Bruno, what do you sense the reaction of the players at the Bernabéu has been?
I mean, of course, Barca players there now trying to score the equalizer. Has been a kind of an unlucky goal after that rebound. Game, I think, is really equal so far, 50-50. And in this case, Madrid have got this point of luck after this rebound. Rafinha enjoyed a good chance minutes ago. Barca also attacking in the final third, but now, of course, it's important to score the equalizer and not allow Madrid to increase the gap in this case.
Vinicius has the ball on the left. It's the help of Mandi. 17 minutes played. Real Madrid 1, Barca 0. Benzema scored. Transition led by Vinicius. His shot was saved by Ter Stegen. Benzema scored on the rebound. Real Madrid in possession at the moment. Pedri blocking a pass. Forced Balde. Careful, Balde slips. Balde slips. Oh, and it's a very generous foul there. He was trying to pick himself up. Militao did run into him. Balde got an easy out there.
He was lucky there that the referee and, well, Militao did the fault.
Yeah, he did foul it for sure.
Want to know, live chat, what would you do now to help Barca, help pick Barca up? What would your solution be? I think you need to stick to the game plan. Barca were having the ball a lot. Real Madrid now with some high pressure, and Barca have space to run. Rafinha has Lewandowski on the right. Barca need to slow down. That's it, just wait. Wait for the rest of the team to come along.
Rafinha needs to try to find a way to get himself into the game now, because on the right side there is some space, but it's sort of being plugged up by Sergio Roberto. He needs to find that open space himself.
Oh, Rafinha got elbowed in the face there.
That was
by Mendy.
something,
I
right?
mean, it happened right in front of the assistant referee. He didn't even wink. Okay. Let's see. Rafinha's still down. Real Madrid are attacking. They're not going to stop the game. Benzema. Back to Toni Kroos.
It's back now in defense.
Okay, Rafinha comes back. Thank you, Bruno. The switch goes straight out for a goal kick. And will we get a replay now of what happened? Because in his attempt to protect the ball and advance forward, I think Mendy clocks Rafinha. No, okay. Rafinha makes a meal of it.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I mean, it exists because Mendy does like that, but it's not that much.
You were saying, Bruno?
Yeah, the action continues now, and I mean, no, the Barça has to be really careful with transitions and counter-attacks of Real Madrid. We know that they are the best team in the world in this kind of fast transitions, counter-attacks, and it's basically how the goal has arrived. But once Barça has the ball and are controlling the game, if Madrid are attacking with Barça all in their positions in defense, they don't really have to suffer at all. The danger is always when they have to run from the back after a Barça chance. But if Barça are like now, well, everyone in his position, in the way of pressing, they don't have to suffer at all. So yeah, let's see if they can be careful once Madrid starts running, and then if they have the ball, they will have the chances.
Here we go, Pedri, come on. Pedri, slowed down a little bit, trying to create. He's got Sergi Roberto coming up. Sergi Roberto can go back to Pedri. Pedri with Sergio Busquets. Real Madrid have settled into their defensive scheme. Barça need to make the most of when we catch them off guard like that.
Yeah, well, as soon as Madrid gets set, it becomes very difficult to try and break down this defense. You can see Barça are just without ideas now.
Madrid with bodies behind. Barça just moving the ball around, looking for an opening.
And I agree with the idea Spencer was telling before about that Rafinha getting involved in that wing, because Mendy is not the best defender of this in Real Madrid. He has suffered a lot this season, so I think it's a good opportunity if Rafinha starts just getting inside the box and just making the defense nervous, because you got to try. If you just pass the ball, they don't move, you don't create anything.
It's a throw into Real Madrid after a clearance back by Alejandro Balde, a 50-50 ball with Luka Modric. Wasn't the best of clearances. Spain had to run to keep it from going out for a corner kick at least, and did manage to do that. 21 minutes played. This is flying by, guys. We're already halfway through the first half. By the way, we haven't asked who's going to score the first goal for Barca. Who's going to score the equaliser? Because I have full confidence that we're going to score an equaliser. Shall we give the three options of the front players? Rafinha, Lewandowski, Dembélé. Who will score Barca's first goal?
I go for Rafinha, because I think the other match against Inter, he performed really well in the first half. He had many opportunities, many chances. We already saw him trying, so I go for Rafinha's second goal in a Clásico, right?
Yes. Spence?
I'm seeing a lot of Lewandowskis. Tomas says Lewandowski, Oleg Lewandowski, Carolina Lewandowski, Mohamed TV. Let's see, anybody going different? Mr. Shark says Dembélé. If it's up to me, I'm picking Pedri.
Oh. I was going to pick Pedri. I'm going to go Lewandowski. I'm going to go easy option, Lewandowski. Ooh, the foul by Fede Valverde on Busquets. No yellow card, by the way. Spence, I'm being told that we have a flood of either Barca haters or Real Madrid fans on our live chat. I mean, we welcome everyone here. Just we want everyone to be respectful, right?
We really have some. We do have some haters. Is that what I'm seeing, folks? Chill. All right. This is a friendly, safe place for everyone. For football fans everywhere.
Football fans everywhere. Obviously, people who appreciate Barca will feel more comfortable here. But yeah, I mean, just as long as everything is respectful on the live chat, guys. We welcome everybody. Right, what's going on, Bruno?
Let's see, because now Barca are having a chance in the counter-attack after recovering a ball.
Dembélé with the cross inside. No one can pick it up. Frenkie de Jong's going to chase the ball. Can he keep it from going out? Yes, he can. There was a Real Madrid player down. I assume he's back up. Barça playing on the right. Busquets.
Yes, it was Modric. He's back now in defense, now in his box.
Why was Modric down then? Bruno?
He was trying to counter-attack. No, yes, he was trying to counter-attack Real Madrid. Modric, Barça blocked them. They recovered the ball and then they generate this chance with the cross of Dembélé and then Frenkie de Jong. But now he's back pressing to Barça players, so everyone is okay now.
Okay. 1-0. Real Madrid up. Benzema scored. Barça trying to equalise. 24th minute. Here is Alejandro Balde with Dembélé. Dembélé back to Koundé. Barça with possession, but struggling to create opportunities. Just one shot by Rafinha, if I'm not mistaken. There's Rafinha precisely over to Koundé. Madrid waiting behind, waiting for their chance to run out. Lewandowski comes and connects with the pass by Eric Garcia. Very organised. Barça trying to shake things up with Pedri. Pedri's going to feed it out to Rafinha. Come on, boy. Rafinha inside. Rafinha's going to put the pass inside. Oh, Lewandowski with a miss.
No.
It was a beautiful pass by Rafinha. De Jong didn't get to it. Lewandowski at the far post from point-blank range.
Barça had it back right away.
I think he arrives just too strong. That's why it goes outside. But this is the way, guys. This is the way. This is the path.
But that's
Send it over the crossbar.
Fantastic way also, Pedri managing the ball, and now let's see, because Barça have recovered again the ball really quickly. That's the Barça we like, recovering quickly balls and having more chances. Rafinha again.
Sergio Roberto inside the box. Can he shoot? Sergio Roberto, left-footed shot blocked. Lewandowski's going to fight for it. The ball headed up in the air. It bounces around. The volley by Rafinha bounces on the ground and goes over the crossbar.
Better, much better.
Yes.
Much better.
Let's see the replay of that. Lewandowski was offside. It wouldn't have counted.
So but Frenkie, it's just like a centimeter.
Frenkie was so close. Oh, Frenkie!
It actually ends up working out for Barça because they got the ball back.
Yeah.
Got another shot at it.
When they were playing, it felt for me that it was something planned, like Xavi wasn't planning, because they started like just doing like changes of positions and everything, and this is the way. Like I see Barça now is more calm and doing the plan that that Xavi has prepared for this Clásico.
Barça are playing well in these minutes, in this stretch. Sergio Roberto's found free on the right-hand side. Let's see who can get inside the box. Sergio Roberto with the cross. Oh, the ball headed by Dembélé in a difficult position there. Maybe he should have let it fly. It's a good run by Sergio Roberto, found in space. Doing well, progressing, and Dembélé gets ahead of the keeper, but then it's very difficult.
He's trying
to twist his head in the right direction.
Trying to flick that on a little bit. It's a hard cross to do that with, but it's good effort.
Bruno, these are Barca's best minutes at the moment.
Absolutely, and in this kind of top games, in big games, you need to take profit from your good minutes. And right now, Barça are enjoying the best minutes of the game. Also, Barça fans here up in the stands, supporting the squad. A bit of frustration now in the fans here at the Bernabéu as they see how Barça are completely controlling the game, having the ball. So Barça needs to take profit from these minutes, because, as you know, football games and top games are always decided in details. So you need to use and take profit from your good moment of shaping the game. And now it's the moment for Barça. So 27 minutes in the clock. Let's see if the team can find the equalizer in the following minutes.
See if we can seize the moment with Eric Garcia playing a long ball forward. Lewandowski's down after jumping up in the air for the ball. Real Madrid aren't going to throw it out. The game's going to be stopped. Bruno.
Yes, Lewandowski is down now. Sanchez Martinez, the referee, attending the Polish striker. Also Lunin interested in Lewandowski's shape.
Oh, that's dirty.
In the sideline, just in case they have to come on, but he's going to recover himself. Lewandowski is stand-up right now again.
I think it's a fault.
That's a
on
dirty
the edge of the
play.
box as Alaba goes up to clear the ball. He swings his arm out. Lewandowski.
He knows exactly
and it's
where
on the
Lewandowski
line,
is.
and I was checking this week, and in the line is penalty.
I mean, it's
Is Bar
unnecessary completely. It's completely without intention, non-intentional. But
No,
it
it looked, to me it looked intentional. He swung his arm out. He knew exactly where Lewandowski was, and it was not one of the, because when you jump, your arms naturally swing, but when he did it, it was voluntary.
Well, I mean,
because when you jump like this, not like this.
Do you want to give us an example?
Yeah, like to fly.
Do you want to jump for us?
No,
and show us?
I think like when you jump like this, not like this, because it's just unnatural. Like to.
I agree.
I don't know, right?
No, I agree. That was really good jumping.
Yeah? That's what you wanted to see.
Thank you. Barca in possession. Half an hour played. We just saw Lewandowski an action ago put Lunin under pressure, and that's definitely what we need to do. We need to keep testing Lunin in his Clásico debut. Dembélé fouled on the halfway line. We're seeing Dembélé, Bruno, come inside a lot.
Yes, and now the first yellow card for Vini Jr. after this tackle. Yellow card for Vini Jr. Again, Real Madrid stopping Barça with more fouls, and the yellow card is for Vinicius Jr., a player that if something has to improve probably is his attitude on the field and to manage this kind of situations. Right now he has a yellow card. Careful, because this can be important for Barça. Vinicius Jr. with the yellow card. If in another defensive action or if he loses his nerves in another action, let's see, because can be an important moment of the game, this yellow card.
Half an hour played. Oh, Spence, go. Yeah, that's for Vinicius.
And
Naughty
Vinicius,
boy Vinicius.
Yeah, he's a player that loses nerves pretty easily. So I think this yellow card is important.
Shall we make him lose his nerves even more?
Yeah.
Get him sent off. Barca lose the ball. Will Barca score before half-time, guys? I'm sensing yes.
Yeah, I feel it.
I feel it.
I feel it coming also.
I can feel it coming in the air. Careful, long throw in. Benzema, tracked down by Eric Garcia. The ball goes off of Balde, and it's a throw in.
Amazing half hour of Balde. Like he has just been recovering all the balls.
You can tell he's still trying to establish himself in his first Clásico.
Yeah,
because he had the moment where he slipped.
You feel the nerves on him.
Right,
yeah.
right.
But he's performing well.
He's got a throw in now. 31 minutes played. Barca have had good chances to try and equalise.
Yes, and the impression from here is that has been a shame this goal that Barca has let in, because apart from that goal, not many Real Madrid dancer, and the ones now trying and enjoying good minutes are the Blaugranas. So this feeling that if you score the equalizer is great because you are back in the game, but to be losing so far after half an hour with all what we've seen, it's something a bit unfair.
Good pressure by Dembélé, and Lewandowski allows Barca to win the ball back. Dembélé putting Militao under pressure. Barca controlling the game, which is something that we didn't see the other day. I mean, I'd rather see this, that they just have that kind of pause and just give themselves some time to settle and group up, than what we did the other day in the second half against Inter, which was just like trying to play on the break the whole time and losing the ball with ease. Here we go. Pedri. Over to Balde. Real Madrid defending deep with, let's say, almost two lines of four. Fede Valverde is like an extra right fullback.
The turf is being ripped up today.
Yeah, I saw that before with Balde when he slipped as well. Here is Pedri. Pedri. Sergio Busquets. Inside is Dembélé, who passes back to Jules Koundé, the Frenchman. Over to Sergio Roberto, who tries to pick deep with Rafinha. Rafinha, can he put it across inside? Rafinha gets a corner kick for Barca, but
no.
Oh, what? Did it go off for Rafinha?
I also thought it was corner.
Rafinha might have gone the unfortunate bounce there. It did go off of Rafinha. But this is the way to go, Bruno.
Absolutely. Once again, yeah, a bit unlucky here. Rafinha. I mean, yes, the script now, the way the game is going, it's good script for Barça, but once again, I mean, Madrid has this capacity, this talent, and they can kill you at any single moment. So Barça needs to use this fantastic moment. Another recovery, really quickly, recovering balls. I love to see this. Now they have to be clinical at all, create chances and score goals. Let's test a little bit more, Lunin.
Rafinha inside now. Over to Busquets. Barça have the ball. Pedri. Inside, trying to connect with Lewandowski. Out came Militao to take the ball away.
And how important is that fall and that pressure of Lewandowski? Because we saw it before, we saw it with the goal, like what Madrid does. Like in a minute, you're just attacking, and then they are shooting Ter Stegen.
Lewandowski stopping any attempt of Real Madrid running out on the counter-attack. Real Madrid taking their time to put the ball back in play here. 34 minutes, 1-0. Benzema scored the goal. The only opportunity that Real Madrid have had in transition. It was a double chance. First one saved by Ter Stegen. The attempt by Vinicius and off of the rebound. Careful! In his attempt to clear the ball, gave it to Vinicius. Vini on the edge of the box. Shut down by Koundé, but Real Madrid continue to run forward. Valverde is all alone on the edge of the box. The shot by Valverde, they scores. Out of nowhere, and score again. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Fede Valverde with the goal makes it 2-0. I mean, how did that happen again? I want to see the replay because it's a ball that Barca should have had under control. In his attempt to clear, Eddie heads it back. And it goes to Vinicius. It could fall straight to Vinicius, and that's where Real Madrid have the advantage. Koundé does well to shut him down, but Real Madrid continue to attack. Mendy finds Valverde on the edge of the box, and Valverde has a powerful shot and doesn't miss. 2-0 to Real Madrid. 10 minutes remaining in the first half, and now, I mean, there's plenty of time, but it's a big mountain to climb, Bruno.
Yes, we have been warning during the show and during this first half. Madrid kills you at any single moment. 2 individual actions, 2 counter-attacks, 2 goals in 2 rebounds, 2 shots from, well, almost outside the box. So once again, in this case, has been Fede Valverde after that individual action of, Vini Junior and Tchouaméni. Well, difficult moments now for Barça in the mental aspect. Let's see how the Blaugranas after the tough moment last week against Inter, and now with 2-0 down, let's see how they react.
Careful, here we go. Frankie de Jong driving forward. He could even shoot himself. Shot by Frankie de Jong, Lunin with the save. And the rebound is cleared away for a corner kick.
But that's it, let's test the goalkeeper.
That keeps happening, doesn't it? They keep getting their chances. They shouldn't be running out of them for the next hour.
He scored from a corner kick here last year. We don't have the scorer of that goal. He's out injured. Ronald Araujo. See if Barca can quickly get back into this game. Come on, corner kick. Rafinha's going to swing it in. In comes the cross by Rafinha, too low at the near post. And it's easily cleared away by Real Madrid's defence. Barca found the opportunity in transition. It was Frankie de Jong who had the chance. Careful now, Eric and Balde. Balde back to Eric. Barca regather and reset. Goal before half-time would be very important.
I think so. It's not the same going 2 goals down than just 1, because with 1 more goal you're inside the game.
There's Balde on the right. Oh, the tackle by Valverde.
Fault?
Foul on Balde, no?
Come on.
Valverde got the ball, but then prevented Balde from going forward, blocking him essentially. Kunde back to Stegen. Vinicius is going to make a run at him. Stegen passes out to Rafinha to sprint to keep the ball in. He's looking a little bit desperate in these actions, but careful now. Eric over to Balde. Real Madrid upping the pressure. Well done. Ball to Busquets, and Busquets to Lewandowski. Under pressure by Valverde. Loses the ball. Lewandowski thought it was fouled. A little nudge from behind by Valverde. Barca need to look a little bit more assertive in their actions. Good defending by Eddie Garcia now. Intercepting the pass by Toni Kroos and clearing it out. Busquets. Barca hanging on to the ball.
They're not a counter-attacking team, we know that, Barca, but there have been a couple of chances to hit the long ball. We saw them do it once, although Dembélé was just offside. Madrid are still committing players forward.
Now here is Busquets. Barca playing in Real Madrid's half. One guy, 6 minutes left in this first half. Goal would be highly important. Pedri going to switch it all the way over to Sergi Roberto. Sergi Roberto's done well in this first half. He finds Rafinha now. Rafinha gets into the box. Rafinha, let's see what he can create. Can't get past Mendy. Can't get past Mendy, and it's a goal kick to Real Madrid. 2-0. Benzema and Valverde. Long time to go still in this game.
And the 2 goals that they've given up today.
It just comes from nowhere.
You just wish you could have both of them back.
And also, I think in the second goal, is like Barca was not organized in the back, because if there's one player in Madrid that you can't give alone outside the box, is Valverde, because he just did that. All his goals are like that, just from outside the box.
Now Modric trying to make the run forward. There's Balde on him. Balde gets a touch, and Balde thought it went last off of Modric. 5 minutes remaining. Throw into Real Madrid on the right-hand side. Carvajal. That's we're going to recover.
Next catch by Xavi.
Barca in Real Madrid's half. Come on, guys. Eric over to Sergi Roberto, who has space to run. Chased by Vinicius. Sergi Roberto comes to a halt and allows Barca to compose themselves and keep possession. Here is Eddie Garcia. Busquets all alone in the middle. Not much pressure for Sergio Busquets. Rafinha tries to feed it inside to Frenkie de Jong. Pass back to Kunde. Benzema's going to win it back, but only momentarily. Rectifying there by Jules Koundé.
We were saying Rafinha needs to get into the game now. He's done that. Now Pedri needs to get into the game, I think.
Need to find Pedri. Need to find our little magician. Careful with Busquets, who almost lost the ball, but managed to keep it. Diving into it. Dembélé. Dembélé then link up it with Busquets. Quick little turn by Busquets, who's fouled by Modric.
Well, that's a good
Too
fall.
far out for a straight-on free kick. Is it a chance at the set piece? What do you think, Bruno?
A bit far away, probably, right? But Rafinha is the one taking.
Yeah,
he's going to take this set piece.
Does look a bit far. Oh, Barca take it short.
And fast.
They were going to.
Yeah.
Barca wanted to take it short. The referee said, wait for the whistle. Rafinha out wide to Balde. Balde has a chance to cross. Here comes the cross by Balde at the far post.
See?
Headed by Lewandowski.
Oh.
It goes wide.
Corner?
And it's a goal kick for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Busquets headed it at the far
goal
post.
kick.
Sorry.
And sent it back to Lewandowski.
Good cross by Balde.
Like, Militao's not even looking at the ball.
Yeah.
And that went off Militao very clearly.
But
should have been a corner kick.
he's not even looking at the ball, and he's going like this to Lewandowski. That's where I don't quite understand what's a foul and what's not. Why? Because it's in the box, it's not a foul? Because if that happens in the midfield,
You're probably going to foul. Yeah.
It's a clear foul. He's not even looking at the ball. He's just looking at Lewandowski and shoving him.
2 minutes remaining in this first half. Real Madrid have possession now. Alaba driving forward. He's going to keep going. Modric. Switch over to Fede Valverde, who's on the right now. Valde's going to run across to try and defend the situation. In comes the cross by Tchouaméni. Pedri can't quite control the ball. Carvajal boots it all the way back to Lunin, who hasn't had to intervene all that much. One save on Rafinha, one save on Frenkie de Jong, and I think that's it. Careful now with Carvajal getting in behind Balde. Long ball. Can Carvajal keep it in? He did, but didn't find a teammate. Balde intercepted. Balde, Pedri, Barca in space. Pedri decides to cut back. Wait. For some that might be frustrating, but this allows Barca to continue to build and continue to have possession in a more orderly fashion. Rafinha, Busquets, final minute of the first half. I mean, just maybe 1 minute extra time, Bruno?
Yes, at least 1 minute for sure, yeah.
A token minute that we usually get anyway. Now Koundé. Koundé with Rafinha. Real Madrid defending deep, very organised. Barca trying to break them open, moving the ball around. Koundé through ball to Lewandowski. Let's see if he's got support inside the box. Lewandowski has to cut back. Cross by Lewandowski, bounces off of a Real Madrid defender, and this could be the last chance for Barca in the first half. Corner kick, Bruno.
Corner kick for Barca. Now we're going to see the stoppage time. That is going to be, let's see, 1 minute. 1 minute, yeah, confirmation of 1 minute.
We've got Eddie, we've got Busquets, we've got Lewandowski, Sergio Roberto, Koundé inside the box. Here comes the cross by Rafinha, going for the edge of the box where Pedri was waiting.
Yep.
You have to try it from outside. We have been saying many times, and let's end out this with the possession, just not giving it to try to Madrid.
Barca create one final chance in 30 seconds. Here is Eddie. He's going to have to move just a little bit quicker in these final seconds. De Jong over to Eric Garcia. Dembele. See, can he create something? Here goes the Mosquito. Mosquito cuts back. Mosquito cuts again. Mosquito tries to get inside. The cross by Dembele. Lewandowski on the edge of the box. Can he get free to shoot? Lewandowski feeds it out wide to Rafinha. Rafinha, the pass inside, blocked by Mendy. And the referee's going to blow the final whistle. And that is half-time, guys. Half-time. And the result is obviously not the one that we wanted. It is Real Madrid 2, Barca 0, Benzema and Fede Valverde the scorers. I would say in the only two opportunities that they've had, really and truthfully, two transition chances for Real Madrid. Barca have dominated the ball. Barca have done well in terms of creating possession and putting themselves into spaces to create opportunities. I want to know, guys, what do you think of this first half on the live chat? Is it thumbs up or is it thumbs down for you? Let us know your thoughts on this first half and what can Barca do better.
I'm normally optimistic, but I think it's thumbs down because you knew Real Madrid, how they play, which are their skills, and you just didn't minimize those little mistakes just to cover these situations. The important and the optimistic part is there's still 45 minutes to go, that you have been creating chances, but I think what Barca needs is just to move more and more quickly without the ball, because otherwise you don't move the defense. We have seen many couple of times that all the players inside the box were moving, and then you created the spaces, and the chances Barca had came from there. So I would say, of course, there's this space to improve, and I think Barca and Xavi will have seen it, and there's still 45 minutes to go.
Spence?
Yeah, I think the obvious answer is thumbs down, but I think it's also a kind of a Clásico when Madrid is when it's going well for them. Any game that they play well, this is kind of what it looks like. So Barca can't do much else to play into their hands, but they have to try and go out and find a goal to get themselves back in it at the beginning of the second half and then go from there.
Yeah, I think how we start the second half is definitely going to determine how this game goes. Still 45 minutes, we can still get back in it. It's going to be complicated, of course, but Real Madrid have given us the car keys of this game. I mean, we've got possession, we've got the ball. Now we just need to be a little bit more clinical with what we're doing with the ball. Try and finish off our opportunities, try and test Lunin, and we'll see the goals go in if that happens. Right, Spence, halftime quiz? Let's kick it over to Spence for the halftime quiz.
Did he once eat 44 croquetas? 44 croquetas. Well, I have to say, I am a little bit hungry. All right. It's halftime. This is a regrouping period. We're here to assist. It's gonna be okay, one way or another. So it's time to find the answers to some questions. I'm gonna read off your answers, and hopefully somebody goes 5 for 5. And if you can go 5 for 5 today, that's the best place to start, because Barça have to at least grab a couple in the second half. So let's start with question number 1. All right, entering play today, which team has scored more goals in the all-time league series in El Clásico? We've talked about this a little bit. We've done a little of each. But we're talking goals in La Liga. Which team has scored more? Barça, Madrid, they're the same number of goals, or Santi Lanero's imaginary team? He was telling me about it earlier. Our producer, he was saying all over the place. I don't know. Let me see. I've got Nez, who says Barça. I've got Wombo, who says Madrid. I've got Nerus, who says Barça. Damian says Barça. Kiniso says C. I've got a B from Josa. I don't have many correct answers yet. It's going to be very difficult to go 5 for 5. Henri says C. I'm looking for a few more right answers before we can keep going. I've got Kiso and Henri, and that appears to be it. So Kiso and Henri, this is on you. Answer, please. They indeed are the same. So Kiso and Henri, I'm looking at you guys the rest of the way, because you're the only two who can go 5 for 5. I'll give Try Hard Daily the correct one too. Kiso, Henri, and Try Hard. Let's go for question 2. Kiso, Henri, Try Hard. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's try hard. Prior to this season, only 3 teams have conceded 1 or fewer goals through 8 games. That's what Barça had done until, unfortunately, the first half. But the first 8 games, there were only 3 teams who had ever done that. Barça did it once before. Madrid did it. And which other team? Is it Atlético de Madrid, Athletic Club de Bilbao, Deportivo La Coruña, or Sevilla? Answers now. Looking for right answers. I've already kind of forgotten the 3 names who were 1 for 1, but I know Try Hard was one of them. Josa, I believe, was the other. Yeah, Josa, I think Josa was. Well, Josa's not right, but DSR has it right. Eden says B. The red unit says A. Rick says B. Owen James D. Broken Hiri has it right. But it's looking like a tough day to go 5 for 5. Kiniso, that was the other one. Kiniso's onto something. Kiniso is the only one left, so I can't forget your name. Unless Tryhard puts it in there, I'm giving you 5 more seconds, Tryhard. Get your answer in. Now, you can't wait until too late. Otherwise, that's kind of cheating. So, no. Yeah, no, sorry, Tryhard. Didn't try hard enough. Answer, please. Deportivo. So, Kiniso. Yeah, now Tryhard says C. Okay, all right, I'll give you that one, Tryhard. Fine, but no more. Now you got to get the answer in right away. So here comes the next question. I expect it. Tryhard and Kiniso, still on the clock. Who is the most recent player to play for both Barça and Madrid in their career. I will tell you that all of these players played for Barça and Madrid, but only one of them was the most recent. Kiniso and Tryhard. Y'all got to get your answers in quickly. Keeping my eye on you. And you can send it in more than once just in case I don't see it. But so far, I've got nothing. Let's see. Rick says D. FC Notify says A. Trying to remember which one is the right answer. Broken Here, says C. Let's see. Zakaria says C. Siddharth D. Oh, these answers are flying in now. Josa says C. Kiniso and Tryhard, where are you? This is your chance. This is your time to shine, but you've got to get the answer in. Kiniso and Tryhard. I will wait 10 seconds for Kiniso and Tryhard. There's Kiniso. Kiniso says A. And I'm waiting for Tryhard. Firman. Welcome back, Firman. Firman says A. Legit Op B. I don't see Tryhard. I can't give you credit if you don't put in your answer. Unfortunately, Kiniso is not going to go 5 for 5, and Tryhard might go 4 for 4. But let's see the answer. It's Saviola. Also, Samuel Eto'o was there in 2009 too, but it was Javier Saviola who appeared after these other 3 players. Sorry, Tryhard. I don't see an answer. Did what I could. All right, well, we move on. Question 4. All right, we want to know where the Santiago Bernabéu is. So let's take a good hard look. Let's zoom in on these and give me your best effort. Which of these is the Santiago Bernabéu? A, B, C, or D? A couple of A's have come in, mostly A's at this point. Siddharth says C. Test Channel says C. Mehdi says A. Exat says A. Rick Ghosh got the joke and said B. Mugiwara said B. It kind of feels like that today, actually, I have to say, with the amount of dirt that's flying up everywhere. Yeah, it probably could be. But for now, only a couple of right answers, but some of you have got it right. Let's see which one is correct. Yeah, it's C, without fans. This is the Etihad in Manchester. This is Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. And that is a practice facility somewhere in a land very far away. Not quite sure where. Final question. This is your chance to at least go 4 for 5. Let's see question 5. How many other teams in the Big 5 leagues, we're talking England, Spain, Italy, Germany, France, have yet to lose, not including Barça and Madrid, who are 2 other teams who entering play today in domestic competition, have not lost. This is domestic competition, which teams are still undefeated. 0, 2, 4, or 6. FC Notify says C. Scotty Gamer has it at C. Itrisik says B. Kaloyan says A. Dadude says 2, which is also B. Siddharth says 2. Ari says B. Salem says C. Apopix says C. Rick Ghosh 2. This is a tough one. But I will tell you which teams are undefeated. It is not 2. No. It is, in fact, 4 other teams. 2 of them are in Italy. 1 is in the Premier League. And then PSG in France. And those are 4 undefeated teams outside of these 2. It's still possible that it could end that Barça and Madrid are undefeated after this game. It would require at least 2 goals from Barça. And that's what we're hoping to get. So it's time to get that energy back and going. So please, let's start to find some goals. Robert, Irati, help me out.
Yes, we most definitely need to get energized, Spence. We're going to go back to the Santiago Bernabéu and talk to Bruno. Your thoughts on the first half, Bruno? Also, who do you think the best player of the first half was? Was it De Jong? Was it Pedri? Was it Dembélé? Do you have any other thoughts?
I will say probably Pedri, although, I mean, team in general, I don't think they have played at their best level. Yes, a lot of control. Yes, Barça keeping the ball. But in that 5-10 minutes between the 25th and the 35th, probably, where the team has been in their best moment, they haven't been able to find clear chances at all, or at least score them. And Madrid, you know how they play. You know that they're going to hurt you with very, very little. This is my impression, that Madrid with very, very little are 2-0 up. And right now, I don't know how well this result at halftime can affect Barça in the mental aspect, first of all, for sure. And I think that what Barça needs is a quick reaction in second half and try to, before the first 15 minutes, score at least one goal to be back into the game. Because right now, my impressions from here is that, Real Madrid with very, very little are 2-0 up.
That is true, with 2 transitions. It's all it took for them. Bruno, who's been warming up for Barça in this halftime?
Yes, I mean, there have been 3 players warming up, Ferran, Ansu and Gavi, since the beginning of halftime. Right now they are joined also by, Pablo Torre and Marcos Alonso. But, my guesses are that ones, that probably Gavi, it's going to be one of the first substitutions. And also Ferran and Ansu have, I think, lots and lots of numbers to be some of the players replacing the up-front players that, at least from my point of view, Rafinha, a lot of participation, but not really accurate at all, I think, in his actions. And same with Ousmane Dembélé. So, these can be 2 good options, Ansu and Ferran, to replace Dembélé and Rafinha. Although I don't think Xavi's going to introduce changes at halftime, and he's going to wait a little bit more to see how this second half starts.
Well, we have the players waiting in the tunnel to come back out. Bruno, I can see Eric, Sergio Busquets, see Frankie de Jong, Pedri, Dembélé, Rafinha, Koundé as well there, Sergio Roberto, Ter Stegen, Lewandowski's going to join them in a second, Balde. So I'm assuming, like you are, that there are no substitutions coming. Right, we'll talk to you in just a second, Bruno. Irati, thoughts? I mean, it's the same story all over again. We have the ball, we've created a few chances, but haven't been able to capitalize on them. Real Madrid, 2 chances, 2 transitions, 2 goals.
Yeah, I don't know if it's mental, because the team before that fatigue international break was creating a lot and was having a lot of ideas, but I feel that there is no ideas in the other box. Like you just get moving, but no one's get like that inspiration just to change the situation and to test the goalkeeper. That Lunin hasn't appeared yet. Like the saves he has done were pretty easy. Luckily you got chances. I think it's a perfect match to introduce Ansu Fati, because if he has got one of those magic nights that he has experienced, he can break the lines and everything. And I think, as we said, Madrid just doesn't need 2 chances to score 2 goals, and Barça needs a lot of possession, lot of opportunities to score 1, and that's the difference we see here with the result. Because one, you can't do anything because it's just the speed of Vinicius. The other, it comes like from an unlucky rebound of Eric. So it's what Madrid are.
Right, the players are all set on the pitch. The second half is going to start. Real Madrid are going to have the first possession. Spence, what needs to change in this second half?
I think Barca just need to attack without fear of what happens if they shoot from outside the box, without fear of what happens if I try to make an extra pass. Let me just take on everybody in front of me. And it's a lot easier said than done, and there are also repercussions to that if that doesn't work out.
Guys, in a constructive and optimistic manner, let us know on the live chat. What are your thoughts? What do Barca need to change in the second half? What do we need to do better? Let us know. We'll try and read out some of your comments. Long ball looking for the run of Ousmane Dembélé, who couldn't get there. It's a goal kick to Real Madrid. Also, another question is, who would you like to see in the second half? Giving you 3 options: Ansu, Ferran and Gavi. 1 for Ansu, 2 for Gavi, 3 for Ferran. Bruno, are any of these 3 players warming up right now?
Yes, 2 of them, 2 of the ones you mentioned. Ferran Torres and Gavi, and the third one warming up right now is Jordi Alba. So these three Barca players warming up in these first seconds of the second half.
Okay, well, we'll see what Xavi is inclined to do in this second half. Sergi Roberto, Rafinha manages to get away from Toni Kroos. Let's see what Rafinha can create here. Rafinha trying to feed it back to De Jong. Alaba intercepted. Pass back to Lunin, who clears calmly straight into possession of Koundé, who heads it forward to Frenkie de Jong. Busquets protects, is fouled from behind by Karim Benzema.
Clear foul, and good first minute of Barca that Madrid was taking the ball. Barca just recovered, and this far all the ball has been in feet of Barca players.
Well, Barca in possession here, Spence.
I think part of what makes El Clásico so iconic is that it's two very distinct, consistent styles that clash every time, and very little do you ever see those styles change for the game.
I think so too, and I think we need to stay loyal to our style, be more clinical, obviously, with the opportunities that we have. Try and finish off actions so that we don't give Real Madrid a chance to run in transition. But other than that, I mean, stay loyal. Here is Pedri trying to feed it through to Lewandowski, who couldn't grab hold of the ball.
Well,
a good recovery by Busquets.
275 goals per side in La Liga throughout every matchup tells you that both styles work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it has worked during the history for Real Madrid, their style, and also for Barca. The times that Barca has won many titles, many games, it has been through the style. When you lose the style, Barca doesn't know how to play, and I think Barca styles wouldn't fit in Madrid, and Madrid styles wouldn't fit in Barca. It's just how it is.
And to be honest, I mean, obviously I would be happy if it was the other way around, that we were playing like Real Madrid are today and winning 2-0 against Barca, but would I be having fun? I mean, yes, because we're winning, but I mean, the opponent team having the ball so much and like consistently dominating possession and creating opportunities, I can't imagine it can be that much fun. Obviously, you've got
more
to win
stressful than anything.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll take the 3 points at the end, and that's.
I like seeing my team dominate the game as well. Obviously, if the chances and the goals come with it, it's great. I mean, it's the whole
I agree
purpose.
with you. Like,
I
think I wouldn't enjoy that, but I also think that they are used to that because it's always the same. It's not like there's a game that one day Madrid comes and does tiki-taka and moves the ball. It just has always been the same. So that's probably why we chose Barca, because we have more fun with this style.
And because we were born here as well. But yeah, no, but there are lots of people who are born here who...
No, but my family is fan of Athletic Club, and I chose Barca, so...
Foul called against Barca. 49th minute, a foul on Vinicius by Sergi Roberto. Real Madrid aren't in any hurry to get anything done here. They're already 2-0 up. Goal scored by Benzema and Fede Valverde.
And that's where the substitutions are going to come into play pretty quickly, because Xavi is asking his midfield and his attacking players to track down the ball and chase it as much as they can, and then once he sees that they're getting tired, he'll bring in the likes of Gavi to chase it a little bit more.
Here with the run by Karim Benzema. He's got Sergio Roberto in front of him. Benzema on the left, trying to head back into the ball. That shot by Toni Kroos goes over the crossbar. First chance for Real Madrid in this second half. Bruno.
Yes, first opportunity now for Real Madrid. They also have some players warming up. Rodrigo, Asensio and Camavinga. Same three Barca players still warming up. Gavi, Jordi Alba and Ferran Torres. And yes, just to close this debate, I mean, here in Madrid they feel proud of their team, although they don't dominate games or they play a different style, but they basically with a win, it's enough for them. Xavi mentioned it in the preview press conference. I want to win and play good football. I don't sign to win playing badly. So, I mean, yeah, it's different classes of styles and different cultures, different mentalities, different ways to see football.
Real Madrid attacking now. Benzema, Carvajal, back to Fede Valverde. Also trying to recover the ball. All the way back to Lunin. Also trying to push Real Madrid back, prevent them from going forward. Return by Modric. Inside pass, connecting with Vinicius, who's going to switch it over. Real Madrid doing well now to make a move forward. Here is Benzema, the overlap of Valverde. Benzema scores. Is it offside? Or what's?
No, I don't think so.
Wait, the referee's blowing the whistle. The referee's blowing the whistle, right, Bruno?
Yeah.
Goal disallowed. The goal is disallowed. The goal is disallowed. I don't know if for a handball or yeah, I guess it's a handball, not an offside position. But yeah, the goal has been disallowed.
And it is offside. It's offside. It's offside by Fede. By Benzema when he receives the ball off of the switch by
confirmation, yes.
I'm pretty
confirmation
clear.
of the offside. The goal, it's officially disallowed.
Yeah, and it's obviously a warning sign, but you can't give that guy that much space.
No.
Balde and Eric both started backing off. You just can't do that. You've got to get at him.
And it's the same situation as we saw with Valverde's goal. Like you can give those three guys that Madrid has up there, like just the space to shot, like with all the calm in the world.
And after a good start to the second half, Barca look a little bit shaken right now, and I think Xavi shouldn't really take all that much longer to try and change things up a little bit with substitutions.
Absolutely, Robert. I agree with you. This is a really different script, the way it has started this second half, because now, yes, Madrid are having the ball. Yes, Madrid now are the ones dominating. Good chance from Kroos, and also the opportunity and this goal disallowed for Benzema. Now another possession for Real Madrid. This has changed a lot now.
This has changed. Barca are struggling to keep the ball now and running behind it more than anything else. Now, Real Madrid enjoying possession. Here is Luka Modric out wide to Vinicius on the left. Vinicius is going to make a run into the middle, trying to connect with Benzema. Benzema almost laid it off to Modric. Vinicius is going to pick it up on the left in front of Sergio Roberto. Long cross by Vinicius. I don't know what he wanted to do there, but went terribly wrong for him. Throw into Barca on the left-hand side of defence.
Time for changes, guys. Time for changes after this final chance from Real Madrid. Oscar Hernandez went to Xavi Hernandez to chat and have a word. And right now, Gavi, Ferran, and also Jordi Alba. It seems that there's going to be a triple substitution for Barca.
Okay, well, Xavi taking matters into his own hands with a triple substitution.
Maybe he wants to put Balde in the other side.
We'll see. We'll see.
Or
do we keep Sergio Roberto on the right? Do we put Balde there? Is Balde taken off? Ferran Torres is going to come on. So is Gavi. We'll see. Barca really struggling right now to keep the ball. Real Madrid enjoying their best moments of the game in terms of possession. Here is Toni Kroos.
I really think that Gavi is the perfect guy to come in the pitch right now.
Energy, touch. Now Barca to keep the ball. Dembele's making a run up there.
Dembele.
Frankie de Jong didn't see him. Now the overlap of Sergio Roberto on the right. And maybe a cross. Sergio Roberto back to de Jong. Such a shame that de Jong didn't see Dembele on the left. Here's Rafinha protecting the ball. Fouled from behind by Toni Kroos. The referee thinks otherwise. Rafinha still down. Counter-attack by Real Madrid. The ball's going to get away from Vinicius.
It's kind of the difference. See if the subs are happening now. I guess not yet. But the difference, I think, when you see Madrid.
Is that not a foul by Toni Kroos on Rafinha, by the way?
The two goals that Madrid scored, and then the third one that just got disallowed. All three of those moments came from a fortunate deflection of some kind, whether it was the Ter Stegen save that actually started from Busquets' foul that wasn't called a foul because the referee played advantage. the Eric header that was redirected, and then the one here just before Vinicius crossed it over, there was a deflection here on the near side. That's what Madrid looks to do. They say, okay, if we get a fortunate bounce, they're not all going to go our way, but if we get one, we take advantage of it.
Now Barca trying to build and going to the right. Here is Rafinha. Rafinha driving inside. See what he can do. Rafinha on the edge of the box. Can he shoot? No, he's going to switch it over to De Jong. Dembele, good first touch football. Dembele gets it out wide to Balde, who keeps it from going out. In front of him is Carvajal. Barca with the ball. De Jong tried to feed it through. Couldn't connect with Dembele. Now Eric recovers for Barca. And passes to Balde. Balde with Dembele. Let's see if we can create something. His body's inside the box. Pedri on the edge. Pedri inside, looking for the connection with De Jong. Another clearance by Real Madrid, and Koundé's going to have to run back. Koundé gets the ball under control. Are these substitutions ready, Bruno?
Yes, the three players of FC Barcelona ready in the sideline to come on once the ball will go out, or if Barca scores a goal. Let's see this one.
Here is Frenkie de Jong inside the box. The quick turn, trying to link up with Pedri. That final pass isn't happening either. They're missing the accuracy there. And Real Madrid looking to run out again. Vinicius was already at it. Valverde trotting along. 57th minute. We're about to hit the hour mark. It's still 2-0 for Real Madrid. Barca haven't really created a chance yet in this second half. Mendy gets away from Rafinha. Mendy going solo. Come to a halt and pass to Benzema. Madrid, to be honest, right now are doing very well to tire out the Barca players. They're passing the ball around. Barca chasing it around.
Yeah, it feels like the energy is low. Like the team needs to shake it everything around, because they started well the second half, and since that goal that luckily it went disallowed, like it just mentally they went down.
Got the ole-oles going on at the Bernabéu. Koundé wins it back for Barca. Rafinha, Pedri. Toni Kroos biting at him. 58th minute. Just something here. Maybe it's the substitutions. It's the spark of magic, maybe. That final pass to connect. Here is Eddie Garcia through to Dembele. He's well closed down, and Lunin picks it up. Haven't tested him in this second half. It's been, I'd say, a fairly comfortable Clásico for Lunin so far. Eddie Garcia comes across and wins it back. Good tackle by Eddie Garcia. Now let's see what Pedri can do. Pedri out wide to Dembele. Militao's going to get there first. Frenkie de Jong let it roll. Dembele couldn't get there. Militao clears. Throw into Barca, and other substitutions happening now. Bruno.
Yes, let's start. The first one is Ferran Torres for Rafinha. First change for FC Barcelona. Let's see the second one. It's going to be Gavi for Sergio Busquets. Barca's captain leading his armband now to Sergio Roberto. And the third substitution is Jordi Alba for Balde. So no surprises at all, and no change of formation for Barca.
Okay, so left back for left back. Jordi Alba comes in for Balde. I imagine that Frenkie de Jong is now going to be the central midfielder, with Gavi coming on to boost the energy of the team. And Ferran goes to the left, right, Bruno, Dembele to the right.
Yes, exactly. Change of positions here now for Dembele and Ferran, and as you were saying, Frenkie de Jong as the holding midfielder. Let's see if this changes helps Barca to improving the game. I think the good news right now after this start of the second half, where Madrid have started strong, is that Barca are 2-0 down, and with a goal they will be back in the game.
And it is a goal kick now for Real Madrid.
But you saw the energy is just different with when Gavi is there. He just goes through all the balls, and that's what Barca needs to do, because the defense of Real Madrid has feel so comfortable this far. Barca needs this, and I also think like with Frankie we will do like a different thing, because we saw the best minutes of the other day against Inter in the second half was when Frankie, Gavi and Pedri were playing together.
Gavi already upping the pressure. Bruno, more Barca players warming up, right? All careful because Lewandowski can win it back. Ooh! Militao gets there first. Barca keep possession though after the clearance by Militao. Here's Dembele. Dembele on the edge of the box. Ah, come on, Dembele needed to protect the ball. Vinicius got in behind him. And now foul called on Gavi. Bruno, more Barca players warming up.
Yes, now it's the moment for Ansu Fati and Frank Kessié, the two Barca players warming up right now. Of course, after the triple change, Xavi has two more changes to do at any moment. He still has two windows. For Madrid, same ones warming up, Camavinga, Rodrigo, also Rudiger and Asensio.
I feel that Barca need to be a bit more assertive when they've got an opening. Now Dembele just a little bit too tentative after winning the ball back, dribbling, getting to the edge of the box, allowed Vinicius to get in behind him.
Yeah, it's frustrating. When you watch it like this and it's not coming off the way you want it to, it's definitely frustrating. The thing that I was saying before, if they can do this without fear of losing the ball, without fear of what could go wrong, you're already down 2-0. Right? You might as well just take a shot, put it into the danger areas and see what happens.
Yeah, because you're not getting that extra pass or the last pass of the last shot because maybe you're doing too much. Just make it simple.
Real Madrid defenders are doing very well as just jumping at the ball, the player who receives the ball, making it uncomfortable for them to receive. We just saw it with Lewandowski, now with Frankie de Jong as well, who was fouled. Frankie with Eric Garcia, who makes a run forward. Inside pass the pass by Eric almost fell to Pedri, but once again there's a Real Madrid defender there to just flick the ball and allow Lunin to pick it up.
That was unlucky.
That was very unlucky.
Camera angle gave us a bit of an illusion too, because it looked like it was going for Pedri.
Eric did very well there to pick the ball up and divide forward. Lewandowski's going to make a run. Jordi Alba plays it long. Militao comes across, controls the ball and clears. And now careful because Fede Valverde has a chance to run out. Vinicius picks it up on the edge of the box. Benzema in front of him is Koundé. Inside goes the ball. Ter Stegen picks it up. And a foul by Vinicius. Not there late. Ter Stegen grabbing his left wrist, it looks like. Again, probably offside by Vinicius.
And that's one where you wish that the offside flag would have gone up sooner because Ter Stegen's going to have a very
sore wrist.
Very painful morning.
Right, Lewandowski on the turn. Lewandowski, can he get away? Can't, but it's a throw in to Barca because the ball went off of Carvajal. We've got half an hour left still. And I'm liking what we're seeing for Barca just a little bit more now. We need to try and create the opportunities with the control of the ball that we have.
And a goal just changes everything.
A goal changes everything. It changes the momentum. It changes the attitude, the mood. De Jong. Credit to Real Madrid for the good defending they're doing, but Barca need to try and create here. Is Dembele driving inside, cuts in, back to Frankie de Jong. Here is Gavi. Gavi with Pedri. These three creators need to link up, need to find a way to be dangerous. On the edge of the box is Lewandowski, called for a foul on Militao, and Militao is doing very well to defend the Polish striker today.
Lewandowski's frustrated. Frustrated
Bruno,
because...
Sorry.
Because that time it did look like it was a foul, but he's losing his ability to grasp the ball, and that's why he's upset.
And Militao taking his time, Bruno.
Yes, now Alaba supporting him to be back again in the field, and Militao taking now this free kick and playing from the back again, Real Madrid. Although, since the changes, and especially I think the entrance of Gavi, this pressure from Barca has changed. High again, and I'm liking a little bit more where I'm seeing Madrid having more difficulties to play from the back.
Barca keeping the pressure high and intense. Frenkie de Jong now fouling Toni Kroos. If we could manage to do it without that final foul.
And Kessie is ready. Kessie is ready for Barça.
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Xavi do the same as he did the other day with like Sergio Roberto and putting Kessie right back? I'm not sure.
Unless he
I mean, I don't think he takes Pedri out, does he?
No, I don't think so.
Have to wait and see. I mean, you are 2-0 down, so
Yeah, there's nothing you can lose.
why not? Now Real Madrid have the ball. Thoughts, Bruno, on this Kessie move?
Yeah, we'll bet more for that idea that you are saying, the Kessie for Roberto. I don't think, of course, De Jong is going to be replaced, as he's now the defensive midfielder. And I will be really surprised if Pedri also gets replaced. Unless he has some physical issues. He ended really tired the other day against Inter. And just, I mean, a physical aspect can be the other option. But if not, yeah, I will guess that it's going to be an experiment or not a midfielder, one who's going to be replaced for Kessie.
Ball through to Vinicius, careful, he gets inside the box. Vinicius looking for an opening to shoot. Vinicius, shot blocked by Koundé. Pedri get it out of there. Now Gavi, careful. Can't play around here on the edge of the box. Modric plays it inside the box. Benzema can't get around Eric, and it is a corner kick. We can't play around on the edge of the box.
No.
Not with this Real Madrid team.
Especially with the talent that their front line has, the way they've been able to dribble at the back at the defensive Barça.
Eric did well there to keep Benzema from progressing. Although Real Madrid did get a corner kick out of this. Modric is going to swing it in. Inside, the clearance by Pedri, back to Modric. Another cross by Luka Modric, out comes to Stegen off of his line. And with his fingertips clears the ball away. Throw into Real Madrid on the left-hand side of Barca's defense.
I feel like we could use some avocados or something.
Yeah.
Something to get this going, you know?
Something to bring good luck, some avocados on the live chat. I don't know.
Something.
Spence, start flooding the live chat with avocados. I mean, think the good luck charm, guys. I mean, I thought maybe it was the Jordans that were the curse, but
No, those are nice.
I know, they're very nice, but I mean, ever since I started wearing them, things haven't gone all that well. Right, Bruno, substitution.
No, I mean, Kessie was ready to come on, but Xavi, after some seconds and minutes, he decided to give him the beep again. He's warming up with Ansu Fati, and now he's going to wait a little bit more to make the substitution while he was ready. He was actually ready.
Careful with the transition. Ousmane Dembélé. Oh. He had Ferran on his right. He tried to go solo. Sorry, Bruno, keep going.
No, that Kessie was ready and changed to come on, and there has been a change of plans of Xavi Hernandez. He continues warming up with the home kit, not with the warm-up kit. So, well, I mean, probably at any minute he can be ready because he's already changed to come on, but not so far yet.
The switch over to the left. In comes the cross, right-footed. Lewandowski trying to get his head to it, but not enough. There at an angle, running backwards, not an ideal situation for him. Approaching the 70th minute mark, and that will mean 20 remaining. I guess Xavi had an idea there with the Kessie thing and kind of pivoted from it.
Yeah, probably he saw something that was maybe working better as he was thinking, and he just switched idea, or he just came with another idea that can change the game.
Now, Koundé, we have hit the 70th minute mark. Goal would be very timely right now. Would be very nice to give us some momentum going into the final stretch of the game. Now, Dembélé. Dembele's going to take on Mendy. Dembélé cuts inside. Dembélé, come on, boy. Oh, he's tripped on the edge of the box.
And it's a good one.
It's a good one. Right on the edge of the box. Spence, shall we say it again?
No, I don't want to say a thing.
You don't want to say a thing.
No.
Bruno. Go for it.
I mean, yeah, it's a really good position, but now we need a left-footed player to take this free kick. Well, Jordi Alba, it's going there to probably take the foul, as yeah, it's more for a left natural-footed player, but we'll have to see who is in the end the one taking this free kick. We see Lewandowski, Jordi Alba, and Ousmane Dembélé as the three possibilities. I was thinking again on a Kessie aspect. Now is Ansu Fati the one getting changed and the one who seems that is going to enter to the field. And I have been thinking about another possibility. Well, first of all, yeah, some physical issues on Pedri that in the end have been solved, or the other one, to move back De Jong as a centre-back, Koundé as a right-back, and also Kessie in midfield. This is another also option, but we'll have to see. Let's see, 5 Real Madrid defenders in the wall, and also Carvajal, who is going to go down. Well, let's see, Alba and Lewandowski, the 2 players that are there to take this free kick. Key moment of the game.
Key moment of the game. There's enough of an opening there for Lewandowski. He's quite close to the edge of the box. I think it's going to be Lewandowski. Go Levy, go Levy. The shot by Lewandowski straight into the box. Oh, sorry, straight into the wall.
Let's stop
and
this.
A missed chance there for Barca. We need to stop this transition.
Well done.
A good attempt there by Lewandowski. Right, guys, can we equalise this? What do you think? Is it a yes? Is it a no? Is it a we can win this? I'm going to say yes, we can equalise it if we score within the next 8 minutes before the 80th minute mark and make it exciting towards the end.
I say the same because, I mean, one goal, we have said it, but it's true, one goal just changes everything, and there's 20 minutes, and then when Madrid will be only 1 up, and you get the motivation of the goal, just the game starts like making it like with more rhythm.
And Bruno, we've brought on someone who knows what it is to score against Real Madrid.
Absolutely, Ansu Fati coming on for Ousmane Dembélé, no surprises at all also with this substitution, so 2 new wingers for this second half, and yeah, 1 more change for Barca remaining, and Kessie is still warming up. Ancelotti, as usually not any movements yet, he's still waiting a little bit more to introduce some substitutions.
Jordi Alba's going to play a long ball through to Lewandowski. Go Levy, go Levy, go Levy, inside the box. Let's see what he can do. Levy's taken down.
Penalty!
Hey, that's a penalty.
And
come on!
In what world?
In what world is it not a penalty? Now he's going to call that foul on Gavi. Come on! Come on!
Unbelievable, man! Unbelievable.
Go watch it.
How many times?
Go look at it.
There's no offside.
Lewandowski drives in. Carvajal runs in. Come on!
What do you mean he got the ball?
Come on!
It's
Bruno.
pretty clear.
It's unbelievable. That's a yellow card now for Oscar Hernandez, one of the assistants of Xavi, I guess. He was sent off weeks ago, now booked, and I mean, it's unbelievable. Lewandowski has it really clear that has been a contact there. It's been really tough because there's no way that the referees whistle a penalty in favor of Barca. I don't know what they need to do to try and have a penalty in favor. You have the images there on the studio, guys. But Lewandowski had it really clear, not for Sánchez Martínez, who immediately after the clash, he said there was no penalty at the same moment, and then VAR confirmed his decision.
How? I mean, it's clear. Was that a penalty? Yes. Yes. I mean, maybe people disagree with me, but Carvajal runs into him.
I think it's pretty clear.
Man, the calls in these last couple of weeks. Now the foul by Modric on Pedri, a yellow card for Modric. Bruno.
Yes, yellow card for Modric. People here at the Santiago Bernabéu really angry because it's true that 3-4 minutes ago there has been a challenge of Jordi Alba stopping a counter-attack, and they think that Alba was deserving that yellow card. And now, well, it's the second yellow card for Real Madrid, Vinicius, and now also Luka Modric.
Well, I think they should probably be a little bit thankful that they don't have a penalty called against them right now.
Wow. If it's one time, it's okay. But the reason it's even more frustrating is because it feels like there have been 5 or 6 this month.
Inside cross by Ferran Torres. Lewandowski turned the wrong way. Oh,
Come on, referee.
Tony Kroos came across Sergi Robert. Come on.
I will say in the defense, in the defense of Jose Maria Sanchez Martinez, the referee, he's officiated 28 Madrid games, 26 Barça games. He's given Barça 7 penalties in those games, which is more than any other team that he's.
Ferran Torres wins it back. Ferran Torres wins it back. Here he goes inside the box. Can't get around Alaba. Good recovery, but couldn't make much of it. Frenkie de Jong puts it back inside the box. Gavi hesitated with Pedri to see who was going to go and chase that ball. Neither of them did it. Now Koundé battling with Vinicius. Koundé gets it back to Ter Stegen. I mean,
I think this should be...
It's now or never for Barça.
Yeah.
It's the moment now for FC Barcelona. Good minutes, and they need the goal right now. They are deserving it. Let's see if they can do it now in the following minutes. Camavinga ready for Real Madrid.
Gavi back to De Jong, of course. Yeah, Real Madrid still have all their substitutions to make, and I think Ancelotti's going to make use of all 3 of his windows, and they're going to take their time with it. Here's Ansu Fati. I mean, if we're not going to give that...
But that should be the extra last motivation the team needs to just go for the win. Or at least the comeback.
Well, yeah, at least equalise. Now Barca in possession. Here's Gavi. Gavi inside. Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres finds Lewandowski on the edge of the box. Couldn't quite get to it. The link up. Now... all the bounces are going Real Madrid's way. Gavi wins it back. Come on. Shoot Ansu. The shot by Ansu. Why?
That's it. Wow.
Come on. Need that to go in. Right, Bruno, substitution.
Yes, Camavinga is going to come on for Luka Modric, now receiving a huge ovation here at the Santiago Bernabéu. Of course, a defensive profile change. Also, Modric was already booked, so this change and this huge ovation for Modric. Barca now are in their moment. What a big chance now for Ansu Fati. Great combination. Well recovered from Gavi. Shot hasn't been on target, unfortunately, but the team needs to shoot. The team needs to test Lunin. I'm seeing him not really safe at all with his game, with his foot also in the save. So let's try and shoot, create chances, and test Lunin, please, in this final minutes.
Let's keep going. Right. Ansu Fati just had a great chance. Need to actually muck this up with high pressure. Careful. Benzema can't get to the ball. Goal kick to Barca.
And all came by the energy and recovery of Gavi. Like, that's the energy the teams needs, because it's now you got to take your momentum, you got to take your best moment in the game, and it's just one that has to go inside, then the rest will come.
78th minute. Barca driving the ball forward. There's Pedri. Ansu on the left. Lays it off to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba running forward. He's got the run of Gavi down the middle. Switch over to Ferran Torres. Vamos, Ferran. Vamos, Ferran. See it can create.
Come on.
Ferran. The cross inside. Lewandowski tried to go first touch. Militao came across. Did very well to deny Robert Lewandowski.
So since coming on, it's been pretty easy to forget, given how great Balde has been this year, that Jordi Alba led the league in assists last year. Because he's proving once again that he can create. That's what Barca need right now, is a creator.
Several creators. Ferran there trying to go for the assist for Robert Lewandowski. I'd like to see him try as well. Barca win this back. And they're fighting with Benzema. Wins the fight from De Jong. Gets it back. I'm liking what we're seeing from Barca right now. We need the goal to go in. I mean, if a player goes down inside the box and is clearly fouled, maybe it would be helpful if the referee blows his whistle as well. But can't do much about that. Just take our chances. Here's Alba. Pedri. Ansu. Barca building. Ansu. Barca in a bit of a cage there on the left-hand side. Need to find open space on the floor somewhere else. Ansu in the middle. Here is Ansu, surrounded by 3. The ball taken away from him.
It's pressure there.
Foul, pressure, and a yellow card for Bruno.
Gavi now.
Yes, yellow card for Gavi this time, yes. First yellow card for FC Barcelona after this hard challenge. Sanchez Martinez got it really clear and really quickly he showed this yellow card for Gavi, the first one for FC Barcelona.
Foul on Chouameni. At the 80th minute mark already. One goal, make this exciting, make this back into the game. Gavi encouraging his teammates to up the pressure. Finds Fede Valverde on the right, and Barca recover this. Eric brings it down and passes to Jordi Alba.
Frank Kessie is ready, having the final instructions, so Kessie is going to be the final change for Barca. Also, Rodrigo is ready in the sideline. Let's see this chance now for Barca. Kunde with the ball.
Kunde driving forward, careful. Passes to Lewandowski. Let's see. Go Levy, go Levy, go Levy. Levy out wide to Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres, can he put a cross inside? Ferran slows things down. And go for a switch over to Jordi Alba. Also moving it around. Still a little bit too tentative. Now Gavi. Gavi can shoot with his left.
See?
Shot goes off of a Real Madrid player, and it is a corner kick. Visual effect here. Just thought it caught Lunin wrong-footed and it was going the other way, but it's Militao's, to be honest, been outstanding today.
Yeah.
And the changes for Barca is Pedri, the one who's going to come off for Kessie. And yes, I think that Pedri is really tired after all his effort against Inter also today. That's the result of the substitution. Kessie is going to play this last 10 minutes, and Ferran Torres now is ready to take this corner kick.
Right, we know that whenever Kessie comes on, he creates a chance. So can that one go in? He's in the box. Ferran Torres. Short pass back to Frankie de Jong. On the edge of the box is Gavi. Oh, careful.
See?
Careful here, because Barca can be caught in transition. Gavi recovers. Passes to Ansu. Ansu's going to go deep. Go Ansu, go Ansu, go Ansu. Inside, Lewandowski. Come on! Come on! Scored! Yes! The Real Ansu Fati and Ferran scores. Right.
Vamos.
Go Ferranito. Vamos.
Yes.
Keep
There's
going.
time.
There's time. 83rd minute. Good run by Ansu Fati. Did very well there to go deep. The cross. Lewandowski tries to flick, can't put it in, but Ferran Torres scores at the Bernabéu. Again, like last year, Bruno. Come on, we're in this.
Yes, Ferran Torres has a special connection with this stadium. Second appearance here at the Bernabéu for Ferran. Second goal for him. What a move from Ansu Fati that always creates danger from there. I was going to say minutes ago that this is a long league, and at least a goal is important in terms of the direct goal average between Barça and Madrid, as they are supposed to be fighting each other, and in the case of same number of points, the two games in the Bernabéu at the Camp Nou can be decisive, and also the difference of goals. But right now, of course, with 6 minutes remaining, this goal is not just important for the future of the league, also for this game, because Barca are just one goal away from equalizing. It's now the moment for Barca. Real Madrid making the substitution. Vinicius Junior replaced now for Rodrigo.
Spence, tell them what it is that Xavi was saying.
He wants the players to keep their heads. Keep your head. Keep it alert. You've got probably 10 minutes, I would say, maybe 8 or 9.
Yeah, I'd say 10 safely.
8, close to it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Madrid are now definitely going to take as much time as they want. So
well, you can clearly see with this throw.
Maybe you get one good chance, and you got to be ready to take it.
And also, I think he was meaning to just not get crazy to go to the second one. There is plenty of time. There is 10 minutes. There is time for create the situation you were telling, Spence. And if you get crazy, you have tested what Madrid can do in the back.
Can Barca equalize this game? Yes. No. We can win this. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. All we need is one chance. Come on. Vamos.
You said yes last time. So.
I said yes last time. I've been a believer all the way. Lunin clears. Ball's going to go into Kunde territory. De Jong careful from behind. Now Sergi Roberto's going to play it forward. Militao heads it out. And De Jong win it back, and Gavi win it back. Careful, Gavi. Gavi again. Oof. Foul. Called against Gavi. Come on, vamos, guys. Can't go crazy. As proved by what happened the other day.
Yeah, that's it. But I think it's also different players that are now on the pitch that all these changes have worked for Barça because Ansu found the space. Then I think Ferran Torres is doing a second, brilliant second half. So it just get patient and there will be at least 1-2 chances.
And I love that it's Ferran Torres who has scored this goal.
All right, here they go. First real chance to set up with the ball since the goal.
Now, Barça moving it around. Sergio Roberto. Back to Eric Garcia, 86th minute. Plenty of time, I'd say just under 10 minutes. There should be at least 5 of added time, I'd say. Because in substitutions, Real Madrid has still got to make 1. On the left, Jordi Alba.
Garcia still hasn't created his chance that you said he creates.
Yeah, that's true. Ansu back to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba on the left. Alba passes inside to Ansu. Let's see what he can create. He finds Lewandowski on the edge of the box with his back to goal, though. Frankie de Jong, inside run. Vamos! Oh! The ball bounces wide, Ansu.
No, there's something.
There's something inside the box.
Bar is entering.
Oh, checking for a handball.
Substitution for Real Madrid. It doesn't seem they are gonna call this handball, and now it's Karim Benzema, the one who's gonna be replaced for Marco Asensio, and also Rudiger is gonna come on for Carvajal.
Oh, Ansu was so close.
This close.
Ansu has had 2 already, which have gone this wide. Third time needs to be a charm for Ansu Fati. Double substitution for Real Madrid. Benzema off. Carvajal off.
And many time off.
Time out. The whole minute is going to be wasted with this. On comes Asensio.
This is what you were talking about. If you're a Madrid fan and you're watching a game like this and you haven't really created a whole lot, you're not feeling as good about it towards the end. You've got the lead, you've got 3 points potentially in the bag, but it's a lot more stressful this way.
Come on. Kessie back to Koundé. Rudiger came on to replace Carvajal. Sergio Roberto making a run forward. Team need to get grouped together. That's it. Hang on to the ball. Don't play the long, risky pass. And Madrid have been very good throughout the game at defending that. Frankie de Jong dividing. Careful. Careful now, because that pass was a little bit risky. Now Fede Valverde is going to run forward. Don't trip him from behind. Careful. Rodrigo inside. Eric Garcia wins the challenge. Oof. Rodrigo thinks that he was fouled, but
we would be clamoring for a penalty if that was us. Just saying.
I don't think so.
I think he got the ball.
Yeah, I think it was clear. Well, let's see the red, but in live it looked clear.
I'll see a replay.
What's happening now? Why is the referee blowing the whistle now?
Careful, because VAR has stopped the game. And careful, because there has been a penalty in favor for Real Madrid.
Yeah, it is a penalty.
You were right, Spence.
You were right, Spence.
It didn't look live from outside.
If they stop the game, guys, it's not a good signal.
No. Oh, but he's offside.
Oh, he's offside, yes.
Is he not offside?
The ref is going to have an eye on the screen.
Is he not offside, though? I mean...
But how come he didn't look at Lewandowski's?
Why didn't he look at Lewandowski's? Yeah, he's going to blow the whistle. It's going to be a penalty. It is a penalty. I want to see if he's offside.
He's going to whistle a penalty.
Yeah, but why are not they putting the other image to him, like the offside one?
Go look at the Lewandowski one. Go and look at the Lewandowski one. Go and look at it again. I mean, there's no argument with this one. Is he? Maybe he's not offside. Maybe
He's in the
back foot
line.
of Koundé. No, it's a clear penalty. There's no question.
Well, let's trust in Marc-André.
Let's trust Marc-André to steal. Who's going to take it? Rodrigo.
And more bad news, just 4 minutes of stoppage time.
What?
Yeah, that seemed right. That seemed right. No sense.
All the subs have been made.
That's a joke.
Okay, the penalty. Shot.
Oh,
Ter
no.
Stegen got a touch on it. And this is going to end here. 3-1. Rodrigo scores.
Oh, he touched it.
Ter Stegen got a touch on it. Wasn't enough. 3-1 to Real Madrid. They're going to win this Clásico. And when it looked like Barça had a chance to get back in it, a transition play ends in a penalty in which VAR intervened.
Well, you got a chance, isn't it?
Fairly, I would say, but hey, how about intervening before? Just a suggestion. Just staying, got his hands to it.
Oh,
Well, 92nd minute. Barça are going to lose this Clásico and end up second in the league, 3 points behind Real Madrid. Long ball straight into the hands of Lunin. Oh no, he's going to let it bounce out. Such a shame. When you think of that Ansu Fati opportunity a couple of minutes before.
but also what were you saying about the penalty? Like, if you enter in one, you should enter in all of them, because I think the other was also clear. Like, of course, this was a clear penalty, but...
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not disputing that. I mean, I think it's a very clear penalty. Well done, VAR, for intervening there.
Yeah.
But how about an intervention before? Obviously, the Real Madrid fans happy now. Bruno celebrating this win that they're going to get.
Absolutely, this goal, this penalty, it's game over now for Barça. But yeah, let's see if at least, as I was saying before, the team can try to score a goal to reduce this direct goal average between both sides. And you have it a little bit better in case of LaLiga ends with the same number of points. But right now, all the Bernabéu is standing up and really happy, celebrating these 3 points once again. Controversial moments with the referees. We never like to talk about the referees, but in this last week's situation, it's kind of difficult to understand.
I'm the first who always says that I don't like to talk about referees, and you know very well, Bruno, that I don't. But I mean,
And no, to be clear, in this situation, the referee did not individually affect the outcome of this game.
well, yeah, I mean,
Madrid won this game.
The whole collective, the
Call it what it is, right?
the whole refereeing committee. By the way, he's going to blow the whistle in the 94th minute, and that's going to be wrong as well, because the whole minute was consumed by the VAR review. Yeah, see? That's it.
That's
How's that
the
fair?
thing I
How's
don't
that fair?
understand.
How's that fair? I mean, the time thing with football is just so frustrating. Anyway.
But, well,
Yeah, there's no point. There's no point. Well, talk about it in post-game. Right, guys. Once again, a game in which I felt that Barca deserved a little bit more. Real Madrid just took their opportunities. They came out strong in the second half. Then Barca took control of the game again and reacted maybe too late.
yeah, I think, I don't know if it's because the changes were late or because just the team was not there mentally. I felt like for moments the team was just feeling down, not going through it with the energy like maybe Gabi and Ansu and Ferran came in the end of the match. But you got okay, you lost now, the league is long, there's a World Cup inside, but you got to take the good moments of the second half to work it, because there's the Champions League to play and there's many other games. Like, I think that the game today was decided by 3 little mistakes that you can't do against Real Madrid.
Spence?
Yeah, and it's important to remember that the hurt from this loss, kind of like, though it wasn't a loss the other day against Inter, will sting for the day, And then you also remember that this is a long season.
Oh, yeah.
This is match day 9, which by my count means there's 28 other games to play.
Yep.
So that being said, actually 29 other games to play. It's a long season, and it's one of these 38 that doesn't directly determine whether or not you're going to finish on top at the end of the season, and they have to come out again on Thursday and play well against Villarreal.
Exactly. It continues on Thursday, and there's plenty of La Liga competition to go. Right, we are going to switch over to Barça TV Plus for highlights and reactions coming from the Santiago Bernabéu. If you want to join us and listen to what the players and coaches have to say, switch over to Barça TV Plus right now. For all of you watching on YouTube and Facebook, thank you very much for watching us. We'll see you on the other show on Barça TV Plus. No.